It's common knowledge that in today's NBA, the NBA is clearly thriving. There's everything is going right. Talks of an expansion team. The NBA right now is at a great place. However, our video today is not going to be talking about the modern era. We're going to go all the way back to the latest that we can go. The Magic Converter, 1983. This was on the cusp of the NBA honestly struggling to find its identity. Players having drug issues, tons of injuries, shortened careers, a league that was really limited at the time, and a financial struggle. Now, my whole thing is to really revisit history and change it for what it is, rewriting the course of the NBA. Obviously, keeping the profits and the growth of the league. However, what if there was a different approach? What if there was a more radical approach back in 1983? And we're going to go from all the way from 1983 to the 2024-25 season and see what happens in this video. How will history be changed? And in this video, I'm going to go through the rules. Basically, we're going to do this with the fantasy draft. We're going to switch it up. Enough with the Celtics, enough with the Lakers. We're going to try to make this as even of a league as we can each year. We're going to try to keep it historically accurate. Now, for all my Seattle Supersonic fans, don't worry, your team's not going anywhere. I promise you, I'm a Seattle Supersonic fan too. I hated when they left in 08, 09. We're going to keep them around. And I'll explain more about what we're going to do on the next part. So I just want to briefly go over the rules before we go to the rosters and things like that. Like I said, this is going to be a bit of a desperation attempt to make the league more profitable, make more eyes on the product. So as you see, we've implemented the luxury tax. Again, 3 free throws on the 3-point line. I did take that from the current NBA. There are going to be some changes, of course, trying to make this more intuitive and things like that. We changed the number of officials to 3, and for 1 year only, we are getting rid of the entire playoffs system the way it is. What we're going to do is essentially the top 16 teams, regardless of conference, will be ranked 1 through 16 only for this year. And you'll see why I did that in the next part. But basically, we want to make sure we have the top 16 teams. We got to have the best teams on the court in the playoffs for this season. We got to get as much eyes as we can on this product. Some minor change with the All-Star Game 13. People vote now, which is cool. Or the players choose the captains choose their teams. Top 5 picks will be done randomly via the lotto, and the worst 3 teams will each have a 14% chance of obtaining the number 1 pick. I think that was pretty fair. Like I said, not too many changes, some big ones though I know. On top of that, because we're trying to get more eyes on this, more expansion, rapid expansion for next year, we're going to be adding the Bronx Brawlers, the Baltimore Barons, and the Pittsburgh Force to the Western Conference. Meanwhile, the San Diego Surf, Vancouver, which we're going to extend our reach to Canada, and the Oklahoma Thunder will be coming in on 84, which I know you guys are like, wait a minute, BV, you just said going to keep this historically accurate. Well, if we never get rid of the Seattle Supersonic, the Oklahoma Thunder don't exist technically. So this is the best way to put them in early without having to mess things up canonically, I guess, right? And now the rosters. Pretty brief overview here. I don't want to bore you guys too much with it. I want to get to the playoffs already. But I see Isaiah Thomas, Bill Cartwright, Jamal Wilkes, and Mike Woodson are going to be on the 76ers of note. Kareem, Jim Paxson, Junior Bridgman, and Lonnie Shelton kind of go over here on the Bucks. For the Bullets, Bernard King, Dale Griffith, Bobby Jones, and Jeff Houston. I'm never going to get that right for some of my life. Oh, Moses on the Bulls, though. This is a solid team. I like this. Moses, Otis Birdsong, Terry Cummings, and Alan Leavell. I'm already kind of picking to win, this year for sure. I like that Bulls squad a lot. Purvis, Bob, and James Worthy. They ain't going very far. Whoa, the Celtics still look stacked, even in even in a simulation. Alex English, Dan Issel, Bob Lanier, Michael Ray Richardson, and Greg Ballard. Good stuff, Boston. They drafted really well too. Wow, Robert Parrish, Clark Kellogg, and Larry Drew. I like this. This has potential. A bit of an aging Robert Parrish, however, Clark Kellogg still coming into his own kind of self here, and a very young Larry Drew. This team's got potential. The Atlanta Hawks, though, have George Gervin, my guy, Mike Mitchell, Tom Chambers, and Nate Archibald, the legend himself. Man, I'm such a huge fan of Nate Archibald. So great to see him on a good team. Magic on the Jazz. Okay. Kelly Tripucka, Kenny Carr, Bill Walton, and Reggie Theus. Okay, so my 2 picks, I think the Bulls are going to represent the East, and Utah is going to definitely represent the West, it seems like. The Kansas City Kings, though, Julius Erving, Maurice Lucas, Rob Williams, and Tree Rollins. This isn't a bad squad. The Knicks, please draft decently. Sidney Moncrief, Dominique Wilkins, good. Maurice Cheeks, and one. So I find it completely ironic that the Lakers also drafted really well, just like the Celtics did. However, Eddie Johnson, Dan Roundfield, Darnell Valentine, Lewis Lloyd, and Robert Reed, who looks like the twin for Reggie Theus in this game for whatever reason, they have a pretty solid squad. The Mavericks, Marquez, my guy, Ricky Green, Daryl Dawkins, Mickey Johnson, and Michael Brooks. It's okay. It's okay. The Nets have Kevin McHale, Sleepy Floyd, Albert King, Mark Eaton, and John Long. Erasing the bottom three, the top two are pretty good, but they're not going very far. The Denver Nuggets have Artis Gilmer, World Be Free, Calvin App, Michael Thompson. I don't know how I feel about this because it's just a weird range of ages, so I'm kind of curious to see what Denver's going to do. The Indiana Pacers have Joe Barry Carroll, Walter Davis, Larry Nance, and Johnny Moore. Not too bad, Indiana. The Pistons have Larry Legend, Herb. Ooh. Okay, Cliff. Ooh. Oh, okay. This isn't good. I don't know. They're gonna have to hope that that Larry Bird and Cliff Robinson carry this team because it's definitely not gonna be Herb, Sobers, or Carter. That's for sure. The Rockets have Adrian Dantley, my guy, and Michael. Ooh. Okay, they really just have Adrian Dantley. The San Antonio Spurs have Rolando Blackman, Jeff Rulin, Norm Nixon, and John Drew. I like this setup here. I really do. And Vinny Johnson behind them. It's pretty good. Now the Suns have my guy Jack Sikma, Buck Williams, Quentin Daly, and Doc Rivers along with Frank Johnson. I don't know why they have 2 point guards. I think it's kind of stupid. But I'm optimistic about this. I actually kind of like what the Suns have going on. Now, as for the Seattle Supersonics, with one of my favorite small forwards of all time, Kiki Vandeweghe with Paul Pressey, John Bagley, and Pat Cummings. They really just have these two. For the Trailblazers, they got Mark Aguirre, Dennis Johnson, Bill Lambier, and Gerald Henderson. Hopefully, they treat him better in this simulation that we're doing, unlike what they've done in my personal one that I have. And the Warriors have Andrew Tooney, Gus Williams, Ralph Sampson, and Orlando Woolridge. This is going to be interesting. I hope that the Warriors treat Gus Williams with respect because that guy's a freaking goated for real. Absolute 2K goat for me. But that's just kind of summing up the players there. What I do want to mention too is that I'm going to make sure that we keep this as intense the first couple years in the 80's in terms of the expansion, in terms of changing the playoff system, adjusting some rules, because at this point, realistically at this time in 1983, people weren't even watching the games at home. The arenas were empty. Teams didn't really know what they were doing, which is also why I actually gave back the teams their original draft picks. So every team will come into the draft with the first and second round pick, unless they trade them throughout the year or whatever they trade future ones. Mind you, they will also have an expansion draft next year because we're going to be adding those 6 teams that I mentioned. Again, we're going to be adding the Brawlers, the Barons, the Forests, the Surf, the Ravens, and Oklahoma, just because it would not be fair to have the Supersonics and then canonically just all of a sudden erase the Thunder franchise. Like, that's just not fair. So I'm going to see y'all back when we're done simulating the regular season. It's going to be playoff time. Here we go. So it's award time for season 1, and as we see here, Moses Malone for the Bulls getting the MVP. Like, I honestly thought he would. I felt like Bird and Magic were going to be the only two to really contest it, but Moses at this age would be pretty dominant, so I'm not surprised he's MVP. Key Rookie of the Year would be Ralph Sampson, which, again, isn't really a surprise. I think the only other person that could arrive with him really would be Clyde Drexler, and I don't think he was even remotely close. Key is sixth player of the year. It's going to be Vinny Johnson. I think I just made him Italian for a moment, Villy. No surprise, Defensive Player of the Year is obviously going to be Kareem. I don't think anyone's going to object to that. And Kia Most Improved, surprisingly, is Sleepy Floyd. How? I don't know, but I'm not going to challenge it because I don't really have a challenge. But the Bucks win Coach of the Year. The Bucks win Coach of the Year. Don Nelson of the Bucks wins Coach of the Year. 58-24 is not a bad record. Kia Executive of the Year. Holy hell! The Celtics went 54-28. Okay, that is interesting. NBA First Team: Magic, Isaiah, Larry. pretty standard, I think, for this day and era. Olambe, Daryl Davis. For a minute there, I had Daryl Griffith with so much more hair, and I was like, why did they make him bald? Kiki Vandeweghe, Marquez. Kareem on the second team. Damn. Damn, that's tough. But at 37, that's pretty freaking talented, even in this day and era. Olambe first team, but he's here. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Thorough. He made it. Rookie. Yep, that sounds about Steve Stepanovich. He's here. Yep, this actually all sounds about right. So I'm not even upset about any of that. As you can see, like I said, folks, due to the playoffs, this was a more desperate attempt to put more eyes on the NBA on the NBA playoffs. 1 through 16 will happen. Before we kind of go there, I do want to check out the stats for this season, kind of seeing just trying to see what everyone kind of did here. Who scored the most points? Wow, Vandeweghe, Aguirre. Is this all small forwards? Okay, and then Moses. Jesus. Obviously, I think Moses had the most rebounds, and it was Kareem. Bill Laimbeer actually surprised me. I was not expecting Bill Laimbeer to have that many rebounds over Parrish and Sigma. I'm very surprised. Even Roland didn't have that many, which is really wild. Best assist men were Magic, Moore, Nixon, Drew, and Gus, which I'm not surprised there. Who had the slippery? Bobby Jones. Okay, that's a bit surprising, but from Jones to Bird to Lever to Thomas and Green. Blocks, let's see, 2.3, 2.3. Okay. I'm not upset with any of that. Turnover Kings, who are they? Michael Ray, not surprising. Isaiah, not surprising. Sleepy, Gus, yep, that sounds about right. Who shot the best, though? Adrian Dantley. Whoa. Okay. I respect. Did anyone shoot threes? Oh my God, no one. Oh my Lord, this is terrible. This is awful. Okay, we're getting off of that, and of course we want to see the NBA standings. I want to go to conference. 8 teams from each side made the conference, but this is actually somewhat super. This is super freaking balanced. Like looking at the numbers here, I know this doesn't seem like it, but like there are teams who go like 8-22, 8-20, like 8 and freaking like 70 something. This is way better than I thought. And this actually kind of breeds a level of competition that I was looking for. It really did. Like this is pretty impressive. The Bulls 61-21 is pretty impressive. Milwaukee, Boston, Bird of course was going to be there, looking good. But okay, never mind. I take my comment back. 5 through 8 is horrible. Cleveland, Atlanta, Washington, and the Nets just yikes. But it looks like it's somewhat consistent. Meanwhile, in the West, this was way more competitive. Utah was on top, which is Magic's team, not surprising. Golden State, Phoenix. Wait, no. Yeah, Magic's team was on the Jazz. I believe he was, so that's not surprising. Golden State, the Suns, San Antonio, Seattle made it. Houston did, but again, you're seeing how it kind of dips off it here. It just looks a little bit better on this side. But way more of a competitive league, which is pretty cool. Wow. 1 through 16. So Bulls, Kings, Milwaukee, the Nets, Phoenix, Houston, San Antonio, Seattle, Utah, Atlanta, Golden State, Cleveland, Detroit, Dallas, and Boston and Washington, I think, are those two on the top are kind of the only two of the Eastern. So we're just going to skip this round here. Golden State's gone. Atlanta's gone. San Antonio's gone. Dallas is gone. Kansas City's gone. The Nets are gone. Houston's gone. Washington is also gone. So that was pretty quick. 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. Oh my God. Just 3-0 on this side. 3-1, 3-2. 0-3. Okay, so we had one upset? No, 2 upsets. We had 2 upsets, technically. Seattle upset San Antonio. And then, out of all things, Cleveland upset Golden State, which is kind of surprising. Houston was on the verge of doing it to Phoenix, but that just didn't happen. The Bulls kind of look like they're going to walk away with this. Well, oh, my Lord. Bird, I think, is gone. No. Oh, Bird and Magic. We get it early. We get Bird versus Magic right over here. Oh, that's fire. Yeah, because oh baby, oh that's huge. That is epic. We get that thing early. Okay, that's awesome. So we're gonna sim through the round again. 1-1. Oh, whoa, whoa. Okay, so Milwaukee takes care of Phoenix. Boston struggles with Cleveland somehow. Chicago takes care of Seattle in 2, and Utah knocks out knocks out Larry Bird. That's huge. So we got Bulls Jazz, which is really what I picked to be the NBA Finals. But we're getting the semifinals because of the ranking thing. And then Milwaukee and Boston. Who does Boston have that they're actually looking that good? As I don't remember. Alex English, that's why. Okay. And Milwaukee has Kareem. This is probably the best case scenario. 1 versus 5, 2 versus 3. This is definitely going to draw eyes if this was real life. So we're going to simulate the round again. Ooh, oh, Chicago gets dropped. No way. Wow, the Bulls choke. The Moses-led Bulls choke to Utah in 7. And so we're getting the Celtics versus the Jazz. So we're getting ranked number 3 versus ranked number 5. And it's, again, still East versus West at the end of the day, which is still pretty fire. Celtics have made it here. All right, so we're just going to do this with Simcast because I want... Really? Oh, returned. I was like, really? That's what we're doing? Wait, no, I don't want to play the game. I want to Damn it. Simcast, simulate game. Jesus, I'm like, why is this not working? We're going to go here. Okay, why is this not? This is back and forth already in game 1. But Celtics looking to walk away with this one. Yeah, I think the Celtics kind of walk away. Yeah, the Celtics do it with these in game 1. And so let's see what happens here in game 2. Does Utah come out swinging? Utah's taking a lead early. Okay. They're going back and forth, though. They're actually going back and forth. This is getting... Oh, wait, no. Utah's starting to drive away a little bit. So unless Boston can come up on like a point comeback, this thing's over. We're going to go to 1-1. Ooh, yeah, no. So Boston at home wins 1, loses 1. We're going to game 3 here. And if Boston has to make a statement. They have to win this game. It's pivotal. You definitely do not want to go down 2 here. Wait a minute. Ooh, we've got ourselves a game. We have got ourselves a game. Can they come back, though? Uh-oh. Okay, we're definitely hopping in. We're hopping in because I want to see.
And a moment here to take a look at the...
Oh, get rid of that error filter. Absolutely not. What is that crap? Why would that even... Get rid of that. Absolutely not. And the camera angle, let's fix that because we're not doing that. We have standards here.
The way they've been chasing
97, 96. Come on, Dan Issel. Oh, my Lord. What is this? Oh, they want me to shoot. Not happening. Not happening.
Shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what
Can we fix the camera angle? What is this side angle? This is terrible.
Getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Oh, okay. He misses. There's a minute 38 left. If I'm Utah, you got to calm it down. You're at home. Calm it down. Magic's got some good. This is a talented team on Utah. So this is one of the teams I picked to make the finals. Oh, he misses. Alex English right now needs to calm. Oh, Alex, why? See, this problem. You can't be fancy with it at this point in time. Reggie Theus trying to push it up. Ooh, we're tied. That was a huge mistake by Alex English. That may have just cost Boston huge. Wow, it is deafening in freaking Utah. And they got Alex, and she's got space. Pull that, my guy. He's going to pull some ugly shot against Chaprika here. Oh. If Utah scores, Boston's in trouble. Wow, they let Wilkins in. Boston folding normally like they've done in real life multiple times. Cough Jason Tatum.
36 seconds left in the
Why would
fourth
he
quarter
shoot
of this
that?
one.
And the game tied as we come down.
Boston is like, they're selling hard right now.
Stay after it till the final buzzer sounds.
That's exactly how you win a rebound battle.
Boston needs to score. They've only got 20 seconds left.
To hold on to that position.
Fouled on the
Oh,
shot.
oh, baby.
So one free throw
That's huge.
coming up.
And one. Let's go.
This is why they trust
Who's at the
Lanier.
line?
In the biggest moments, he
Bob
comes
Lanier,
out
you've got this, my guy. They're up by one. Oh, this is huge.
cool as a cucumber.
This is going to come down to the wire, folks.
Great job getting them to go when it counts.
The Jazz
And you've got to know for a fact,
Guys,
Utah's pissed.
What are their best options now?
You know, it's always interesting to me.
A 1-point lead. Can Boston hang on to take a 2-1 lead in this series?
This is where you
It is
want to
do
be
or die right now. They got to clutch up. You've got to guard Magic. What are you doing?
And here is Johnson.
Oh, man. Maddox, he's going to try to pull the final shot. You got to double him. Oh, Lord. It's over. It's over.
It's Boston's.
Boston wins this one
Well, that'll
by
do it.
1
Thanks for joining
point.
us for Game
Damn.
3 of the end.
Wow. Wow. Who shot like hell today? Kelly? Oh, my God. It was terrible. Magic didn't even really shoot like that. Wow. Alex English shot like hell. Bob Lanier clutched up. Brian Winters didn't do much. How is this guy always on Boston? Even in my series, like my thing I do offline, he's in Boston. David Thompson, they really did you wrong in this with that rating. David Thompson's the GOAT. He's goated. They really treated that guy like trash. Okay, so it's 2-1 Boston. They kind of avenged their loss at home. We're gonna see how this works now. If Boston can do it against Maddox, it'd be wild. But they've got to hang on with this. They can run if they can keep their lead, but it's starting to get trimmed. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, Boston's up 3-1. They've won both games on the road. This is not looking good for Utah. Is Magic gonna fold? Wait, maybe not. I don't know. Boston's starting to get that edge. It's still relatively close, though. Uh-oh. We've got a game. 118. They're up by 3. They're up by 3, so let's get it. I'm not... Why does this game always think I'm trying to play? Like, I just want to simulate. I'm honestly relatively really hyped about this just because I've never really done a video like this for 2K, so I'm just really excited to kind of see how this works out.
Richardson outside.
I doubt is David Thompson the guy you want to take that shot, though? That's some great defense by Theus. That's Alex English. Oh, he rebounded him. Oh, no, someone else rebounded it.
Offensive rebound.
Oh, my God, Ballard, you're the man. English, third time's the charm. 1 point deficit.
Simply as calm as you can be. in that
Defense wins
situation.
championship, folks. If Boston wins here at home, they win the NBA Finals, the 83-84 Finals.
Here's Theus.
Well, someone's got to guard up on this. What are they doing? Good steal. Michael Richardson.
And a fast break
He's got
ball
English on
for
the side.
Celtics. Here's Thompson.
Thompson's got to be careful. Oh, my God. What the was that? Ballard, this guy is goated. He choked with the rebound. Okay, Richardson. Is this really a smart idea to just wait? David, don't take another shot. Oh, you are the last guy. Ballard, yo, he can't hit, but he's a rebounding legend.
Kicks it out to Richardson.
They've got 14. What are they doing? Yo, what are they doing? Off the screen. He needs to pass it out, dude. He's got no. Oh. Why would you do that? Oh, that was so stupid. Why Boston threw that? They sold hard at the end. Why would they do that? That was dumb as hell. That made no sense, y'all. I don't even know what. Wow. Like, I never thought I'd even really be rooting for Boston, but they really sold that one hard. They had that, and they blew it. Wow, they are outscoring Utah kind of heavy here, but Utah's just, again, making that comeback late. I'm impressed. Utah has had a lot of games they've had to come back late in this thing. It's a 5-point deficit, but never say never. Why does this game always think I'm trying to play with this team? Is he gonna pass? This is gonna pass it.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Oh yeah, it's over. It's a 7-point deficit. This thing is history. Yeah. Well done to Boston. They're gonna win it 4-2, 6 games. It just is what it is. Boston, they're the champs. It's kind of funny that even though we don't have Bird, Boston still wins an NBA Finals. And Alex English, of course, should be the MVP of it. I don't think anyone's going to deny that. I think this worked out for the best. The way it worked. We're not going to have this system. I kind of want to keep the system. David Robish, I don't even know who you are. So thank you for retiring. Staff retirements, no one cares. Historic changes, obviously. Team branding, San Diego's going to move to Los Angeles. Team branding over there is going to change. A player fouled will receive 2 free throws. Okay, that's fine. The league meetings, is there anything? Yeah, I remember the expansion that's going to be there. Fouls, that should be rejected. Now we're going to, hold on. Oh, okay, fine. We're going to go right to playoffs. If it's here. Hello. Because there's one thing I wanted to change. And this is where I went to saying the conference-based playoffs, 2 extra teams and a single game series with 2 lowest seeds for the bottom of the bracket. And you guys are probably, well, why would you do what we have now with the play-in? Again, we're trying to incorporate different ideas. This would be one thing I would incorporate back then, simply because now we have 6 expansion teams, which puts us at 29 teams instead of 23, so it's still doable. And still enough teams won't be, the worst teams really won't be in there. So that's why we're going to approve that, because I'm the commish. I can do whatever the hell I want. Get the hell out of here. So those would be the 3 that get approved in that, league meeting. We're going to receive the realignment to make sure it's proper. And the Midwest, Dallas, Denver, Utah, Surf. Vancouver can come over here for Utah. Yeah. That's going to be destination-wise, that's perfect. Yeah, Utah's a bit far out, but Seattle is going to be over there anyway, so we're going to have to deal with that for what it is. So the West is fine. Brawlers. Why is there 3? Why are the Kings over here? Who and the Rudy Poo? What? Can I put them over here? I feel like that would be easier, no? Oh, they can't. So the Kings, for some reason... Oh, no, they are there. Okay, good. And then the Eastern Conference is fine the way it is. You've got the 3, the 6, 7. Perfect. So we've aligned it the way I need it to be aligned. I don't mind putting Pittsburgh in the top part just because it's not that big of a deal. The draft lottery, again, is pretty huge. Okay, Portland. Yeah, if they're keeping this, it's not going to be much different here. The top from 13 to 6 are going to stay where they are standing-wise, because I'm not going to do that lottery thing until the league itself changes it, or unless I feel like it's needed. The Barons get 11 because they're a new franchise. Okay, that's fair. The Brawlers. So you're going to see that the 6 expansion teams now get those, which is perfectly fine, by the way. And you're probably wondering, well, why'd you include Vancouver out of all teams? The reason why I did that is simply because I kind of wanted a Canada team early, and waiting for the Raptors to be there doesn't help. Giving all these expansion teams their, I don't want to say fuel to the fire, but giving them time to build themselves up before the Timberwolves, the Heat, the Hornets come in is pretty important. It's now lotto time. Does Denver get number 5? Wow. The league has never really liked Denver, so I'm not surprised. Clips, what are you guys getting? Oh, the Sixers go number 4. So the Clips got to move up. Now they're Los Angeles. It's pretty big. Wow, the Knicks moved down. That's not good for them. Are the Clippers really going to go number 1? Okay, no, okay. They don't. The Lakers get number 1. That is so wild. What? Wow. And a draft with Barkley and Hakeem, because by the way, I don't think I ever showed you guys the rookies, so I apologize for that. But Barkley, Jordan, Hakeem, Robertson, and Stockton, all here in that top 5, which is pretty fire. Otis Thorpe, Kevin Willis, Jerome Kersey, guys like that. So this is a pretty interesting situation to see what's going to happen there. And I feel like we should add those teams before I forget. How do I do that again? Oh my god. Yeah, let's select all here. Perfect. And let's go right to the NBA draft, because who cares? Oh, the expansion draft. So we're definitely going to take a look at this. And here we go. Expansion draft, Kenny Carr. Wow. They gave up Kenny Carr, Calvin Nat, James Donaldson, Michael Thompson already. This is actually kind of wild, but I do want to skip to see kind of everything that happens here. More so because I'm relatively surprised about how the first couple picks go. I know that you guys are like, why did you skip all this in front of us? But a lot of these, Bill Walton too. So there's actually a lot of really good players that, wow, Alton Lister, Rick Mahorn, Brad Davis, Kurt Rambis, my guy, the goggles. Jeff Malone also went, Johnny Davis, Derek Harper. Wow, no respect here. These guys, it seems just ruthless giving these guys up. That's actually not bad. It's not terrible. To see Donaldson, Nat, and Carr go like that, along with Thompson and Walton, is pretty wild in itself. But again, not too worried, not too pressed. NBA draft time, of course. Who do the Lakers draft? Who's going to be number 1? Whoa. Akeem Olajuwon in a Lakers jersey is going to take some time to get used to. It's pretty wild, I'm not going to lie. So who's number 2? Wait, the Clippers receive World Be Free and Artis Gilmore. The Nuggets receive the first-round pick of 84. And the Clippers... Wow. I don't want to approve this because this is such a huge draft and that's so fucked. Oh my god. I've got to approve it. I can't believe this is highway robbery. Wow. If they draft Jordan, they've done it. Wow. You have found a way to disappoint me. All that for nothing. You draft Charles Barkley when you have Michael Jordan, you idiots. Why is no one drafting Jordan? The Knicks draft Stockton? Where is Jordan going? Michael Jordan's a Sixer. Okay. I bet Denver's kicking themselves like morons for that one. This is a wild draft. I've actually never seen this before happen like this. The Nuggets receive Kenny Carr, and the Surfs... What is happening, dude? They're just getting stars. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the idiot. This is wild. Cecil, wow. That's depressing. That guy's not even real. Jay Humphreys, okay, we're going to go to the top 10, and then if they don't get picked, yeah, I think this is kind of it for guys who are important. Yeah, okay, we can skip this. It's pretty boring now. All right. So, to put it this way, maybe Denver did the right thing. They have 2 great power forwards now. I mean, how that Jordan fell to 4 is criminal. Absolutely criminal. The fact that Stockton went over Jordan in this, dude, I can't wrap my head around. I could see why Olajuwon was number 1. I did not expect them to just, like idiots, give it up. But Denver now has got a really solid team, I think. I can't believe that, guys. I really can't. You want to talk about just absolute blowing it. How how don't you take Jordan? At least like if he's going down 1, that's fine, but to not be, I don't get how they messed that up. All right, let's see who signed with who. Tony's on free agency. Carroll, Roundfield. This is actually a pretty uneventful free agency. Nate's on here too. Yeah, I'm not really. Eh. Let's see. Nuggets signed Jay Allen. Was there any actual big signings? Not that I'm seeing here. It just looks all kind of meh. I mean, I'm sure we'll actually see where some guys go, but nothing to note there. Let's head into next season. Oh, for year 2, the awards are going to be Adrian Dantley from the Rockets, well deserved. Somehow Bird and Magic are not winning these. I don't know what's going on. Michael Jordan, obviously Rookie of the Year. I was expecting to go to Hakeem, but I guess not. James Edwards, six man of the year, which actually that is true because he's playing behind Joe Barry Carroll. I had to make sure. Moses Malone, defensive player of the year, so still doing his thing. And Mitchell Wiggins from the Ravens, most improved. Noah Finney going to be the man for the coach of the year for San Antonio, which they had a way better record this year than last year. And again, the Sixers with Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan makes sense to why 55 and 27 was their record and second somehow in the division. So, NBA first team, again, this is to be expected. NBA second team doesn't feature Jordan. Okay. Defensive team, not surprising. All defensive second team, that's actually pretty accurate here, I want to say. And wait a minute, Moses. Whoa. That's wild. And they gave it to Moses. Jordan, Hakeem, yep, that sounds about right. Yep, this all sounds pretty accurate for the awards. So as I said, unlike last year, we went to the plan because we have enough teams to do this plan tournament. I know you guys are probably like, oh, I hate the plan, but I want to make it a bit different. In the Eastern Conference, wow, the Nets were number 1 at 58-24. Who the hell do they have that they got that far? The Bulls, who I still have high hopes for. Birds, Pistons are doing pretty well. The 76ers are up there. Cleveland's done a little bit better. Same thing with the Bucks. Washington, the Bronx. Whoa, the Brawlers, the new expansion team made into the play-in. Pistons and the Knicks with John Stockton, while the Celtics completely folded. So the champions aren't even in this one this year, while the expansion teams and Atlanta did absolutely awful. In the Western Conference, San Antonio takes the top of the cake. Portland's looking pretty good. Houston doing their thing. Phoenix doing really well. Same thing with the Lakers, who I'm not surprised who have Hakeem. I expected them here. That's about the record too. I expected them to have 52 and 30. Dallas made it, which is pretty cool. Seattle's still hanging in there. The Clippers, who did they have? Who did they draft? I don't remember who they drafted. Denver made the play-in, and they had all these guys, and they still suck. That's wild to me, but Golden State's done a pretty good job. Utah, Kansas City, and Vancouver, as well as Oklahoma and the Surf, are not doing. Wow, Magic missed out on the playoffs. Damn. Wow, so we don't have Magic in this year's playoffs. Seattle, LA, we're just going to simulate the play-in. All right, so it looks to me that, again, number 7 and number 8 made it, so no changes there. So Clippers, actually there is one, I think, yes. Nope. Seattle kept theirs and Clippers kept theirs. Meanwhile, on this side of things, Washington and the Bronx kept theirs, so no new changes from the play-in. This is what we're getting, and I'm so surprised that the Bronx made it to the expansion, made it to the playoffs, honestly. So, like, good on them, for real. All right, let's see if there's going to be any surprises when we simulate the rounds. Milwaukee, Clippers. Yeah, we'll just literally skip all that and we'll say who. So, whoa. Okay, that's a massive upset. The Brawlers, in their first year, not only make the playoffs, they knock out the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. What in the world? Sleepy Floyd, Kevin, I told y'all this team was just an imposter. Seriously. And they did this with Danny Ainge, Calvin Nat, Kurt Rambis, and, and Truck Robinson. They damn near didn't even start like, what, 4, 8, 10 people. Holy hell. Their best guy was Kelvin Ramsey. Dude, I mean, seriously. That's disappointing. That is embarrassing for the Nets. Chicago did their thing. Detroit did their thing. Philly did their thing. So everyone who was supposed to make it made it. Jordan's on this side, so it'll be interesting to see if the Bulls kind of choke here. You know, no upset. Oh, wait a minute. Seattle upset Portland. Who does Seattle have besides Kiki? Well, they beat Mark. This was the team I actually had high hopes for. Menace Watley, Aguirre, and Bill, but they weren't able to do the job, and they choked out the Supersonics, who I really feel should be the ones winning this whole thing. Hakeem bounced out to Phoenix. Houston's just looking great, and San Antonio. Who does San Antonio have? I'm curious actually. The Clips, yeah, they choked, but Finney Johnson, Norm. Oh, this was the team that actually was pretty solid. Interesting. All right, so we're gonna skip this round as well. Wow, Seattle got slapped up by Houston. Jordan finally took out the Brawlers, which isn't surprising, honestly, to say the least. The number one seed for both divisions are gone. The Bulls knock out Larry Bird. Jordan might be winning an NBA Finals in his first season as a rookie, which is a wild statement to make. Literally. Houston, Phoenix. Here we go. I'm actually curious. Who does Houston have? Joe Barry, Carroll, Adrian Dantley. Okay, so the MVP, Adrian Dantley. Yeah, okay. And then Phoenix has Quentin Daly, Buck Williams, Doc, Jack. Oh, let's go. Oh, that's tough. And meanwhile, here, it's just a really solid Bulls team against Jordan. Like, wow, are they going to do it? Oh, what? What? So the Bulls this time make it to the finals. They knock out Jordan's 76ers 4-1. So no Magic, no Bird, no Jordan. And this one, wow. And Houston sweeps. So we have rank number 3 from the Western Conference versus rank number 2 in the NBA Finals. Houston versus Chicago. So let's see what happens here. And the Bulls look to be potentially running away with this one. Yeah, I don't even think this one's going to be close unless, wait a minute, it really wasn't close. Okay, so the Bulls win at home here. All right, the Rockets are going to take a lead, but it's not going to happen just yet. Chicago seems to be having an easy time. Oh, my Lord, they're going to, wow. So Chicago wins both games at home. Houston needs to figure out something because it ain't working. The MVP might literally get blanked if this continues. Houston on the road is acting like there's no problem here. What? Wait a minute. I think there's a comeback. No, there is no comeback. Wow. Chicago might just sweep them. That would be wild. Houston's got to do something to fight back. To get swept at home, like that's terrible. Wow. I think. Wait, no, they're fighting back. So Houston's gonna win this one. Yeah, with these. Okay, I read it wrong. So at least the Rockets get a win, but they literally have to come back from being down 3-0, which I don't think I've ever seen that in a 2K series. So this is gonna be at least anything that I've done. But yeah, Chicago's looking to have a win here. Yeah, Chicago not playing around. They win at home. They win in 5. The Bulls, NBA Finals champions. Yeah, Moses Malone, the key MVP for the finals, which again is not surprising. Wow. Houston, what happened? We have a problem, guys. Jesus. Retirements. Whoa. Elvin Hayes retired. Bob Lanier retired. Fred Brown. Paul Westphal. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. Don't know. Dan Issel retired from the Celtics. No one knows who you are. Okay. Hall of Fame. Anybody? Anybody? Elvin Hayes, my guy. I'm happy for him, man. Well done. You deserve it. Anyone gets a Bob Lanier and He's still playing, I think. Wow, they just okay. Okay. So rule change, all orders picks are done via random weighted draw. We're canceling that because we're not going to allow that. We're definitely not allowing that either. Okay, cool. So we'll allow those historic changes. League meetings. If there's anything we're going to change, we're going to just take a look here really quickly. I would like to do the top 6 picks. I think we're going to increase it to the top. Well, what is the one that we normally do? Top 13. Yeah, I know normally, but we're going to go to 5. They're probably not going to like it. We're still going to do top 7 picks now. In terms of replacing anything else, All-Stars are fine. I don't believe... I do want to put this out for the award. I know people aren't happy. Well, no, we tried to submit it and it didn't go through. I'll leave that there. I'm trying to think about what else should we do in terms of helping out the league itself. And honestly, I don't think there is anything to do. I know you guys we don't have the technological advances to have the reviews. So I'm not going to do that till 2010. Other than that, I feel like we've done a pretty good job. I do want to increase the salary cap soon. But other than that, I am going to allow 7-day contracts. That's important. So not much in the rule change that we've done. We just stopped some things. While the Nuggets via San Diego, the Force via Boston, the Force have 2 picks in the top 13. The Nuggets have 2 as well. This is interesting. All right. So at number 13, again, it's going to be the Pacers because we only made it to where the top 7 picks get to be lottoed. The Knicks still a lottery pick, though. Nuggets get to keep theirs at 11. Yeah, can we just get to the fun part? the number 7. And I'm gonna put music in the background because I don't want you guys to not have audio. I would like music in the back. Okay, Boston there being at 8 is wild. The Kings, do they stay at number 7 is the question. Oklahoma goes to number 7. Okay. What about the Kings now? Do they stay? The Ravens go to 6, so the Kings are moving up here regardless. What about now? Denver goes to 5. Denver... Oh, I'm probably not happy about that. Okay, the Kings stopped moving up, which is fair. They moved up way too much. The Barons, do you stay at 3? Okay, they do. So 2 and 1. Let's see. Will it be the Hawks? Will it be the Force? Wow, the Hawks go to number 2. That sucks for them. However, number 1 will be the Pittsburgh Force. So they... Okay. Hey. That sucks for the Nuggets. They had a pretty good one, and that one kind of went downhill. But they've got 3 first-round picks, 5-11. There's no way the Nuggets can mess this up. I refuse to believe there is a reality in this simulation where the Nuggets messed this up twice. There's no way they will pull what the New York Knicks have done. I rebuke and everything that's holy. Patrick Ewing to the Force, smart move. All right, let's see the Atlanta Hawks here. Karl Malone. Karl Malone going to the Hawks. That's huge. That's a big pick there. I have no idea who that is. Chris Mullin to the Kings. Nice. Okay. And this time now the Sacramento Kings with the Kansas Kings will be now Sacramento. So all the teams that were supposed to relocate have relocated. Joe Dumars to the Nuggets. That's big for them. Xavier McDaniel to the Ravens. Okay, what does the Thunder got here? Thunder get Charles Oakley. Why is that? I'm not going to question why that's a glitch. Lord, I'm not doing it today. Spud Webb to the Celtics. Oh my. Who we got here at number 9? Wait a minute. We got to trade Dolph Shays and B. Knight. The Hawks received the 80. Oh, wow. Okay. That's why I kind of like looking at what's going on with these things. Joe Klein. Okay, we're going to stop at 10 here. And if 10, yeah, I don't know who these people are. All right, so on the review, winners here, clearly the Force, definitely the Ravens. Tinsdale was actually a pretty good pick for him. Mullins is pretty good, so is Drew Morris and McDaniel. Oakley is huge for the Thunder. Spudwebb's a 77, surprisingly. Detlef goes to the Nuggets, so they've got Dumars and Detlef, which is really good. Manute Ball to the Knicks, go figure. AC Green to the Bucks, Hot Rod to the Bullets. I'm looking at certain guys. Wennington's pretty good there for the Cavs. And I think that's kind of it for Michael Adams to the Pistons. If he pans out, that's huge. Rookie signings, not really worried about that. I do want to see free agency. I want to advance, because it's none of my business what teams do. How do I just, advance to, They don't allow you to see who's signed, which is so annoying. So I've got to basically skip all that. That was actually pretty good to see. They've nothing new there. I didn't really check to see who was on free agency. I just didn't really care. So we are just going to go to the next season, and I'll kind of see what the league kind of looks like briefly, and we'll take a minute or two to kind of check it out. Time here in year 3. Quentin Daly winning the MVP this year. Kind of surprising. He was a runner-up in the last 2, so great to see he's actually gotten there. Rookie of the Year, Karl Malone, not surprising. Sixth Player of the Year, Xavier McDaniel, which I'd have to verify. I think he's playing behind Junior Bridgman was the person. Kia's Defensive Player of the Year, Hakeem Olajuwon. Derek Harper, of course, most improved. So pretty solid. Jordan, not really nowhere to be found just yet in terms of that. But Chicago Bulls get Coach of the Year for Kevin Lowry. Again, 60 and 22, which is wild. Then Jalen Wesley wins Executive of the Year over in Houston. They've got a 59-23 record. So Quentin, first team. Dantley, Bird, Moses, not surprising. Nothing really changed there, but Isaiah Thomas. Jordan's on the second team. Malone as a rookie's there. Wow. Ewing and Wilkins and Ewing. Okay. Oh, Ewing's too. Jesus. Defensive, again, not surprising at all in this. Yeah, not surprised in the slightest. Rookie, again, not surprised. Not surprised. Okay. Denver in the play. Denver. What are we gonna do with you? Seriously. Fumbled heavy. In the NBA standings, I am going to go to the Eastern Conference first. The Bulls, the defending champions, 60 and 22, doing their thing. Wow. There's the Bulls, and then there's everybody else. That's the best way to sum this up. Jordan's team is second best next to the Pistons, which is Bird. Hawks doing pretty decent finally. Cleveland is around. Same thing with New Jersey. And the Knicks are the only team that's over 500 after the rest. So Pittsburgh gets their first playoff appearance in the play-in. Washington has made it. Boston, the first champions we had, have made it. They just fell hard for no reason. And then that's kind of it there. While the Barons, oh my God, 10 and 72. That is terrible. Good, great, gracious Lord. They are awful. Meanwhile, let's see here. Houston, again, best in their league, but this is a bit more of stiffer competition, 59-23. Phoenix then 55-27. The Ravens, a confident 54-28. San Antonio still doing their thing. The Lakers with Hakeem is there, not surprising, and Portland is there as well. The Nuggets make the play at 48-34, which is a wild statement to stay. And Utah 44-38 make the play as well. So Magic is back in the playoffs after missing it last year. Meanwhile, Dallas and the Clippers are the last two to round the play-in, and this is clearly a more competitive league. I mean, a conference, as again, 28 and 54 is the worst. Meanwhile, the two other expansion teams, 34-48, 30-52, compared to 10 and 72 and 27 and 55. 10 and 72 is insane. So we're going to skip the play-in, of course. So Denver actually beat Utah. They keep their 7 seed. Utah keeps their 8 seed. So nothing changed in the Western Conference side of things. Meanwhile, on the... Whoa. Hold up. Okay. So Washington became 7 and New York became 8. So that actually switched. That's gonna suck for the Knicks, who thought they were having Jordan, which I think I'd rather have the Bulls than Jordan in general. So we are going to, well, not submit the playoffs. We're going to skip this round. Do we have any upsets on the horizon? Let's see here. So the Knicks almost pull off the upset. Don't get very close, though. The Nets get rid of Bird, which is kind of wild. Wow. And I've been talking crap about the Nets this entire time. The Lakers knock out the Spurs, which I'm going to say I'm not surprised. Portland beating Vancouver is a bit of a shocker for me. I thought Vancouver could beat Portland, but clearly not. So that's pretty interesting. We got Houston versus. So the champs are still in this. Are we getting a rematch of the Eastern Conference Finals? Yep. So we got the rematch in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Lakers can't get done with Houston. They fall down again. On Houston, we might be in for a rematch of last year, which would kind of suck. And Houston, wait a minute. Portland pulls off the upset against the Phoenix Suns. That's wild. So instead of it being a rematch in both, Portland might be able to take this thing again if they can beat Houston. Or will Jordan be able to kind of throw the system in shock? Oh, that's just a game. Whoops. So we actually get the rematch here, and both games this time went to Game 7. So we get the rematch from last year, the Bulls versus the Rockets 2. I'm kind of disappointed. I was kind of hoping that Portland could pull it off, and they almost did getting the Game 7, but couldn't do it. And Jordan almost did it this time, but Chicago said, no, we are better than you. So we're going to go to Simcast. And let's see, are we in for a rinse and repeat of last year? And it looks to not be the way. If Houston can actually get the job done, I will be rather. They are running away with this game. This isn't even close. Jesus. Wow. That was a beating and a half. Chicago's got to come back. They're at home. They need a big win here. They can't go 0-2 like at home. Houston, though, is trying to trimming this lead. I'm curious to kind of see. Wait a minute. Oh, it's a bit far. Yeah, no, that one's over. Okay, so they split one game each at Chicago. I don't know why I can't speak English. Oh my God. I don't know how they scored all those points. It was like almost like 20 points that were just unanswered. And this is actually Loki getting close. And it is not close enough for me to, yeah. Wow, that actually kind of got close towards the end, but Houston kind of failed. I would like a game that we can show that is close, but it's just not looking the par right now. But the script is reading Chicago winning their second championship in a row. If Houston doesn't win this one, I'm going to be losing doubt. I'm trying to see because we may have to go into a game relatively. No. Yeah, no. Houston. It's tied 2-2. This is way more competitive. Well, let me hold my breath because they won, was it 2 games last time or was it 1? I think it was 1. So I think Houston's lasted a lot longer than, wow. This one is not even close. Wow. So Chicago wins at home. It's 3-2. Can we please get a game to see? Like, for real? Or Houston, do you want to win this one and send it to Game 7 to make this a really dramatic NBA Finals? But it looks like they're losing the power game. We might be getting our wish here, folks. Let's see if they make a comeback, because then we will actually play this. If it's going within what I think it is, let's see. We're jumping in. I want to see exactly what's going to happen here. Because this is epic. As they're down by 2-2. That rhymed awkwardly. 50 seconds left. Chicago has the ball, though. And if I'm Chicago, I'm not rushing this. I'm not rushing it. I'm trying to play this smart. Drain the clock.
46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Out to the right
wing. Can at that point. Can Houston... Oh, no, he's good. Oh, good block. Good block. He's got to stop him again. The sky hook. No. Oh, Chicago's ball.
Nice touch by Malone.
What? I don't know about that one, but it's Houston's ball. 33 seconds left. They hit a shot here. They tie it up. Then they've got to hope that they can force a miss and go to overtime.
Yeah, the clock is working against them. They may have to pick up the pace.
This is win or go home for Houston. Michael Cooper could take a risky shot. He's got to get out of the paint, though. Greg Foster pulled that. Oh, he choked. Wow, he choked. Wide open. They've got to hope for a miss here.
Yeah, all they can do is send them to the line and hope for some misses.
Wow. Chicago's about to win their second NBA Finals.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
So there's no way. It's not possible. You've got to get set. Well, I mean, it might be possible. It might.
What's the strategy?
No doubt about it. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
But who do you give it to?
But it is still possible.
3 from the
Foster couldn't hit it before. He misses again, and this one's game over. If Lee hits this, it's over.
And you know, it's unfortunate they will not have him for the rest of this one. But the game seems out of reach anyway.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line.
Yeah, the Chicago Bulls folks are going to win this one. And it's upsetting for the Houston Rockets to make it to the finals the second time. And
it's over. The Chicago Bulls
yeah.
are the new NBA
Back-to-back championship victories for the Bulls. Adrian Dantley leading his team to victory. They get it done in Houston. No Bird, no freaking Magic, no Jordan. Heartbreaking for the Rockets, but they got farther. They got to Game 6 instead of Game 5.
Sweet moment for the home crowd.
So,
full credit to the visitors and the amazing
congrats to them. I definitely want them to raise that high. Well done for Chicago.
And even if
well done. It's back-to-back. I mean, it's hard to, don't hate the player, hate the game. We talked about trying to make it fair and balanced, but Chicago is clearly determined to let that not happen. And, of course, Moses Malone back-to-back MVPs. Houston, instead of going down 4-1, goes down 4-2. That's tough. That's honestly tough to see. It's unfortunate for him. Player retirements. Kareem retires. No. You do not retire. Nate Archibald, I refuse to allow you to retire. You've all got another year in you. I don't care. We force people here to do things. You were gonna play till you can't play anymore. Damn it. Was there any new retirements? No. Historic changes. Let's see what they're trying to pull off. New branding. Love to see it. Meetings rejected everything. Wow. Fair enough. The draft lottery. And the reason why I didn't change it from what it was before is if I go to 9 after 3 years doesn't make much sense. I kind of like it at 7. And eventually, I think next year we'll put it to 9. The year after, maybe like 10 or so. We'll see it gradually go up over the 80s. But so far, I think we've hit a massive success with the expansion. Teams are getting there. They're not terrible unless you're the Bronx. But I think so far the trajectory of the NBA has gone up due to all the expansion. It was aggressive, and I think going to all these different markets are pretty good. The Kings, who again, wow, the Pacers keep getting shafted here. But the Kings picks always seem to go up for whatever reason. The Thunder get 6. Are we just going to have what happened last year where they got, number 4? Oh, no. Okay, the trifleness has stopped. The Force of the 9th pick, are they getting the 4th? They are not. They're going to top 3. Yikes. I keep forgetting to show you guys the prospects, and I've got to remember to do that from now on. The Brawlers, who are number 1, I think, go down to 3. Yikes. The Force, are they getting the number 1 pick in the draft? Seattle stays 2. I think actually Seattle moved up 1. Wow. So the Force have the first and the 9th pick. What? What? Okay. That did say the force on there, right? Like I wasn't seeing things. That said the okay, well, whatever. Len Bias goes first. Okay, good job, C. Len. He's going to them. Brad Doher to the Supersonic. That is huge. Chuck Persons, the Rifleman, going to the Bronx. Nice to see. Kenny Walker to the Barons. Okay. Ron Harper to the Kings. Meanwhile, Arvydas Sabonis to the Thunder. Why does their thing glitch so much? Del Curry to the Pacers. Okay. I wonder what Arvydas' thing is going to look like. Mark Price to the Bucks is actually kind of a loaded draft, just looking at this. Dennis Rodman to the Force. Wow, he actually looks normal. That's so messed up to say, but he actually looks like a normal guy. Jeff Hornacek to the Warriors. That kind of fits their MO, at least in the modern NBA. What was it? I didn't even see it. The 86th and 89th for Steve Stepanovich. Wow. Wait, but they have Patrick Ewing. Why did they? John Sally, okay, to the Supersonics. The Clippers, I know we've... Whoa. No way, another trade. Whoa, they got rid of Kelvin Rancy, their best guy for the... Who are they drafting? What? You idiots get rid of your point guard and you don't even replace him? What in the world? Make it make sense. How does that even... Oh, Scott Skiles to the Bolts. Kevin Duckworth, cool to the Cavs. Drazen Petrovic should be pretty good for the Hawks. Trying to see if there's anyone else. Oh, Buck, no. All right, Nate McMillan to the Ravens. Okay, so they've got... oh, yeah. It's not too bad. Qualifying offers, free agency. All right, accepted offers, nice. Let's see here as we skip this where it's actually free agency of day one. I want to see in a detailed view, a quick nab. Oh, they're actually not going to let me see that transaction. They might actually, but I'm curious to see. With the guys that are here, huh. Let's see, in review, no one's really given these guys offers like that. I'm kind of surprised, realistically, just because I'm not understanding why some of these guys haven't. Tom Chambers just went on free agency. A lot of this is interesting because I was expecting more offers for these guys. Teams just not have the money. I'm seeing a lot of teams who are basically broke. That's not good. Wow. I don't think they're getting offers. But we're going to head to the next season. So, see you next season. 1987 draft class. This is actually what it's going to look like. Scottie Pippen, Kevin Johnson, Dave Robinson. A pretty stacked first 10 picks. And then I think this was one of those, I'm not going to say underwhelming drafts, but everything else after 10 is kind of forgettable. Put it that way. Now let's go check out the roster, see if anything new. For some reason, I'm already at the Knicks. Dominique Wilkins, John Stockton's kind of moved up to nothing here. So I think Maurice, now he's been here. So nothing really new for the Knicks. I'm probably just going to go around such a weird way to start as the day. That kind of really threw me off. Mark McNamara, he's actually gotten better. Other than that, nothing new here. Elijah's getting better too. Kurt Rambis back on the Lakers, it seems like. The Mavericks, Dawkins, you were here. Barber was here too. So there's nothing new for the Mavs. I'm not sure what they're trying to do. Clark Kellogg leaves the Clippers after 3 years to join the Nets. Does that make them a threat? Kind of. And Jerome Kersey has also gotten better. So they've got two really solid power forwards. Again, all these guys are super young. This is a good young core they're trying to form. So that's a big piece for them to add. Potentially could give the Bulls a challenge. The Nuggets, Charles Barkley's finally doing better. Joe Dumars, okay, yeah, he's no longer a rookie, but they've actually kind of gotten better. Frank Johnson's doing pretty good too. Detlef has been developing, so let's hope they kind of keep giving him some burn. I would personally get rid of Greg Ballard, but that's just me. Kevin Willis for the Pacers, and then Ray Williams. That's the only thing the Pacers have. Gosh, they're going to get worse. They've got nothing. Bird's doing all right. Cliff, for some reason, is having a migraine, and the season hasn't started yet. Yeah, the Pistons aren't going to be able to do much. They don't give Bird a better team. The Ravens continue to build this team. I'm really impressed with what they're doing, so good job on them. Ravens could be a threat this year. The Rockets need to figure out how to get over the hurdle that is the Chicago Bulls. Twice now they've made it to the finals and haven't done anything. The Spurs look like they're in the right direction. I think this team is finally balancing out. Let's hope they continue to do well. The Suns, I felt like were so much better last year, and they've just fallen apart. So I'm not sure what they got going on. Vanderway's getting better. Bagley, Pressey. I think Bagley's new, isn't he? No, he's been here. He's got better. Nance needs to step it up or something. They could probably put him at power forward, to be honest. I don't know why they don't. The Surf, Jeff Malone, they're actually slowly adding people too. Len Bias is a huge addition for them, along with Cecil Mills. They drafted two small forwards back-to-back years. For what reason? Make it make sense. Oklahoma, Andrew Toney, who has been here now, Byron Randall. So they're getting there. Charlo's getting better. Slaughter's getting better. I like what Oklahoma's doing. They're slowly but surely getting better. Probably not this year. They might make the playoffs, but maybe I think a year or two they can try to make a run. Portland has gotten better, or their team has just, done well. So I'm seeing a lot of improvement here, and still relatively young. Dennis Johnson not getting shafted yet, so we'd love to see Dennis Johnson getting respected. The Warriors haven't done literally anything. The 76ers, again, are getting better. I'm not sure how these two are coexisting. Half of me really feels like they hate each other, so I wouldn't be surprised if Jordan left, literally. That's a big concern I would have if I was Philadelphia, not knowing what they know, but knowing that Jordan doesn't really like Thomas, not the greatest. The Barons are doing everything right, and I hope they do well this year. Clyde Drexler, this is probably the biggest momentum shift here. The Kings lost Clyde Drexler to the Brawlers, and also Phoenix lost Buck Williams. So the two big people here have just been paired with a rookie Chuck Persons. This is huge. This is a really nice spot for the rookie Chuck Persons. If the Brawlers can keep doing this, they've got a pretty solid thing going on there. The Bucks are now leaning on Jim Paxson mainly because their guy Kareem, I did want him to play another season, so he played another season. Kareem is looking to, call it quits after this, but we got him to play to 39, not 41, but hey, we tried, right? The Washington Bullets, again, their guys are getting better, and they have Hot Rod now, but that's about it. Chicago is leaning on Terry Cummings and Moses Malone. Birdsong's doing his thing. Leavell's doing his thing. But this is all they got now. So, again, the formula's been working for them. So I would be sure to make the finals again. Cavs, James Worthy, you've been here. Fat, I believe you've been here too. Same thing with Purvis. Nothing new here, which is kind of concerning for Cleveland. Alex English, Boston, Spiderweb's kind of moved up, but nothing new. The Clips, again, nothing new there either. Jared, the Pittsburgh is doing nothing really. George, again, Karl Malone, Dale Ellis is here still. Joey Klein. Yeah, okay. I don't really know what the hell they're doing. Utah still haven't given this guy some damn help. Jesus. Chris Mullins, the main guy for Sacramento now, which is pretty cool. Julius Erving not doing much. Craig Elo's kind of getting better. Yeah, so there's not much happening. We talked about the scouting reports, and honestly, I think that kind of sums up. Listen, I haven't made any changes. I think in the next 2 years, depending on the success and everything of the league, and seeing how good the league is doing. I can check that out by finances too, which is all pretty cool. You can kind of see that with the team finances in general. And jersey sales breakdown. Okay, well, during the season, I check it. So, yeah. With that being said, we'll see you for the playoffs. Awards here. Larry Bird finally wins MVP. It only took him 4 seasons. Freaking Len Bias, rookie of the year, who had a hell of a season. Albert King, Sixth Player of the Year, or Sixth Man, I don't want to say Sixth Player. Charles Barkley wins Defensive Player of the Year, so great for Charles. Pretty good stat line there. And then Most Improved is Chris Mullin. Meanwhile, Coach of the Year, Matthew Jones, 61 and 21, Jesus. And then 60 and 20, 776ers here, going to have Barney Holton as Executive of the Year. Pretty solid there. Again, Jordan, Thomas, this isn't surprising actually at all. Yep, this is pretty accurate for the most part. Len Bias is a rookie. Once again, rookies are on the All-NBA second team. All defensive. This is pretty solid. Yep. Yeah, I can't argue with literally any of this. First rookie team is about right. Again, can't complain. Pretty accurate. Let's go take a look at the stats here for the season. Who led the league in points? It was Dominique Wilkins this year. Next would be Adrian Dantley and Larry Bird. In rebounds, Cliff Robinson with 12. That's actually really surprising compared to Charles, Olajuwon. Wow. Okay. For assist, Isaiah Thomas, Gus Williams, and John Stockton, of course, lead the way. Steals, Jordan, Thomas. Wow. That is a two-headed dragon for turnovers. That is rough. I would hate to be anyone who had to go in 76ers. And then Gus Williams for blocks, who was the blocking machine, Olajuwon, Eaton, and Bias, who just, he's a 6'8" small forward, probably explains it. Who was a turnover bug? Jared Jenkins. That face bothers me every time I look at it. Gus Williams and Jay Humphries. And who was the hacker? Clyde. Really, Clyde? I'm surprised. Rod Foster and Byron Randall. 3-point shots, have they gone up yet? Kind of. Detlef, okay. Yeah, they haven't really gone up. Let's look at the standings here, the NBA. So, again, the Sixers in the Eastern Conference take the top here of the conference. I don't think anyone is surprised given the fact it's Jordan and Isaiah Thomas. I don't think anyone can be surprised by that. Larry Bird's arguably having his best season yet with the Pistons. The Knicks are doing pretty good. New Jersey's made it the two-time defending champs in fifth instead of first, which is kind of wild to see them kind of drop the way they have. I don't know how I feel about that. Atlanta's doing good. The inaugural champions, mind you, every champion we've had the first year has been in the Eastern Conference, but the Celtics are back in the playoffs finally in the play-in. The Pacers are here. Washington and Milwaukee's back in it. It's the expansion teams, well, the Bronx and Baltimore have done pretty well, 16 and 66 for the why. Meanwhile, in the Western Conference, an expansion team holds the division 61-21 of the Vancouver Ravens. Right next to them are 60 and 22 with the Nuggets. Portland 53-29, while everyone else is kind of here. The Lakers, Rockets, Golden State. The Surf make their play-in debut. The Clippers made the playoffs. The Suns, and now, wow, Magic's team barely made the play-in. Oklahoma's doing a lot better. Seattle still kind of floundering. And Sacramento and Dallas looking like they're going backwards, not forward. Interesting. So in the play-in, let's see what happens. All right, so San Diego kept their 7th seed. Clippers kept their 8th seed. Nothing really changed here. Magic is already out of the playoffs, so thanks for just appearing. Meanwhile, we do have the first shocker of the play-in. Boston beats Indiana, and then Indiana loses to Milwaukee. So Milwaukee is now in the playoffs at the 8th seed. They stop Indiana, who was the 8th originally. Wow, and they beat Washington, the Bulls. Okay, so the only change of the playoffs now has been Milwaukee, who have to go against Jordan. So they're probably not going very far, honestly speaking. Yep, that's a clean sweep, it looks like. Oh, and no, Milwaukee's won one, but yeah, they still lost anyway. All right, so any surprises? Golden State upsets Portland, which is epic. San Diego put up a fight, but they weren't good enough for Denver. And Denver, that's been a long time coming. Meanwhile, Chicago, I can't really call it an upset that they beat the Nets, in all honesty. An upset is Atlanta beating the Knicks. That's an upset. Same thing with Boston beating Detroit. Well, Larry Bird, huge. So 6 versus 7, 1 versus 5, 1 versus 4, 2 versus 6. So... oh, wow, we have the rematch from last year's Eastern Conference Finals now in the divisional round. Here we go. What are we getting? Can the Bulls stop Jordan? No. Finally, the Bulls get over the hump. That is Jordan gets over the hump. That is the Bulls. So it's Jordan and Atlanta. Meanwhile, it's 1 versus 2, the 2 best teams in the Western Conference go at it. This is going to be good. Okay, let's see here. Wow, Denver got swept, and Jordan almost lost to Atlanta. This is Jordan's first finals appearance. Can he finally win a ring with the 76ers? Let's go to Simcast. It's that time. Wow, Vancouver looking to coast by here, it looks like. Literally, with ease. They need to do something of substance. Wait a minute, they've actually made a little bit of a comeback here. Hold up. If they can kind of close the gap. Oh, it's up by 7. Never mind. Yeah. So Vancouver wins at home, and I wouldn't say relative ease. They did kind of choke towards the end, so that's gonna be something that Philly's gonna have to try to take advantage of. Is that kind of early start, late finish for Vancouver, where they just kind of fizzle out. But this one isn't even close. Yeah. Philly slapped the hell out of Vancouver in Game 2. So we have more of a fight here from Vancouver. It's kind of swaying back and forth. Both teams haven't really gone out to a lead, though. We've got ourselves a close game. Put me in, coach. Put me in. All right, let's see. Vancouver's down by 3, but they have 1 minute and 46 seconds left.
Here's Thomas.
Game 3.
That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Oh, Thomas
This is a 5-point margin here for the Ravens. It's still possible for them to come back.
Higgins outside.
They just got to play smart. So he's got that. That's good. Yeah, that's
Play
good.
in the low block, and that one's good.
Down by 3.
Wiggins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
With the game in the balance,
Yeah, I think when you've got the options of Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan,
what coach needs from him.
it's kind of hard for me to understand how you're failing to be successful.
Offensive rebound.
And this just might be, the 76ers shot here. And for them, you've got to think too. Does Jordan really want to play with a guy, and realistically at this time, he would have still hated?
Pass to Jaminski.
It's something that we've got to keep in mind.
Shot. Vancouver pulls it in.
So they can't hit.
Seemed as if he had the angle to finish.
If they can speed this up, they need to really... Wow, he made both of them jump. That's not good. That one's good. Okay, we got a 1-point game. 1-point game. We got a game.
Putting in the effort to get a
This is
second
game
chance
3,
look.
everybody.
Nice.
This is game 4.
You can bet they'll take some time for it with this possession.
That splash. Yeah, that's okay, Thomas.
By managing the clock. Talking about mutts in the clutch. Great to see him come through right there.
Big time shot for sure. It's got to help his confidence as well as his team's.
Now a timeout called by the Ravens. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Yeah, there's enough time on the clock, I think, to go 2 for 1 here.
And I think the key thing, probably what coach wants to see, is a good
Called
shot.
timeout.
It's important they convert here.
Was it back to... Was it...
Making a change here. Kings
Oh,
check
Philly
in.
called timeout,
And
okay.
Vancouver also making a switch.
Oh, Vancouver called timeout,
McDaniels
okay.
checked in. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
They need a quick score.
Coach got into his team during that time.
And if I'm them, start to make some pick and roll situations. That was smart. Let him shoot it.
Where we want to be.
That's
Now
good.
It's up to us to take it.
Wow, he
That
choked.
means big plays,
Start fouling.
and big shots. Let's see if they can rise to the big moments.
Thank you, David.
Calvin
That's
hits
the
both
right
of
play.
these
It's the
though.
smart
Uh-oh.
play. You got to stop the clock.
Hoping for a missed free throw or 2. Every point is crucial here.
And the second of 2 is good.
Yeah, they've got to
Gives them
score
a
super
4-point
fast.
cushion.
It's a 4-point
Now a
play.
timeout called by
They can still
Vancouver.
put this with 18 seconds to
There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
To overtime.
And what's their best move at this point?
Searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out by fouling.
And then defensively, they'll
Let's
have
see.
to foul whomever gets the ball. No time left to be picky.
Here's the eraser. He's guarded by
they
Thomas.
can't waste this much time. Pull up and shoot it, or you don't have
The
enough
eraser
time.
pass to Wiggins.
But Wiggins for 3. Oh, wait a minute. A 3. A 3.
Well, they have been raining.
You got to start
threes
fouling.
here
You
in
got
the
7
second half.
seconds.
And when a team is
Wiggins
locked
hit
in
that like
this
with
outside,
ease.
They become hard to beat.
Wow, they fouled Isaiah Thomas out of all
Put them
people.
up by 2.
If he hits both, which it probably is.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
You're now putting so much pressure on one guy to hit another three.
It makes it a 3-point lead.
Don't let Bond shoot. They probably can't shoot that. Oh, why didn't you give it back to the guy who shot it? Like, oh, you idiots. Well, they lose that one. I don't even... Oh, actually, Philly shot kind of good, except for Bernard King. They got Bernard King, who was traded from Washington to Philly. Wow. Wow. Okay, well, they would have won this if Wiggins would have shot better, honestly. Same thing with Bledsoe and Bridgman. A lot of guys, if they would have shot better, they would have won this game. So it's 2-1 Philly. Philly's got to feel pretty good right now. It's their first playoff appearance. And Vancouver is looking to take the win here. They want this one. They need this win bad. You got to space it out going back home. The win, the momentum that you would have with the win like this is epic. They needed that. But however, again, the same thing stands. Vancouver, late in the game, seems to struggle. It's 2-2. It's game 5. It's back in Vancouver's home. Vancouver wants to send this 3-2 going to the 76ers place. And that does not... Well, it actually does look kind of possible. The lead is shifting a lot, though. Let's see. Are we going to be able to watch this one? Uh-oh. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Because we have got a game. 4-point lead. Can we... Thank you. Don't know why it constantly wants me to play this damn thing. Still plenty of time. Oh, all of this is hurt. King. Bernard King is all of a sudden hurt. If King is able to pull it, 16, that's money. That is money. You gave him too much space. An injured Bernard King is basically hopping. Just hit that.
He has ice in his veins.
Tom Chambers signed with the Ravens. When the... He was literally on free agency. What did he sign with them? Tom, don't do anything stupid. Why would you... Oh, my God. Tom Chambers said, eat that.
This team knows Chambers can deliver when they need one.
Clark, this possession could decide the game.
Gotta be smart with the
So we have to call that timeout. I don't see Vancouver. Yeah. 76ers are out of timeouts. But this is exactly what Vancouver need. They need to win this game.
Let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Olney. David?
Hey, Kevin. During that last break,
putting the pressure on Philly to win at home in a winner-go-home situation is not what Philly needed. Not when two guys are hurt. Oh, Gaminsky with a huge rebound. Oh, he misses. Wow, Bond got that. They don't want to... Not the guy you wanted to foul. Some field goal shooting there, not doing great today from the field. Returning MVP for Bond.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
No time to waste here.
Is King gonna pull it up? Oh my God! He said, "Get out of here, little guy." What is happening? That is some ugly rebounding. These guys are tired. Can Canada win their first NBA Finals? They win this game, they're one step closer.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, freaking Vancouver's got this game here. Unless not, nope. But Vancouver wins at home in Game 5, 3-2. They take a lead, a back-and-forth battle for these two. Again, Vancouver's shooting a lot better, and Jordan shot like crap. Is this the Ravens' time to shine? Game 6, winner-go-home situation for the 76ers. They're trying to hang on to that lead. They've done so pretty well so far, but it looks to be we're getting this back-and-forth sway dynamic again. However, it's going to be all for naught. The Vancouver Ravens win their first championship here in the NBA, the first Canadian team to win a finals, and the first expansion team to win a finals. Mitchell Wiggins, the guy who is the poster boy, the MVP for the Ravens. That's huge. They stopped Jordan in his first NBA finals, so his undefeated thing that he had in real life, canonically, will not happen. Bob McAdoo, Truck Robinson, Mike Dunleavy. I feel like Dunleavy's got a little bit more to give. Probably not. Yeah, you guys, Don Buse, was he still around? Jesus. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong here. Gonna let them retire. Top 3 picks are done randomly. No, we are not going to stop that. Changing of brands, love that. Draft lottery. Wait a minute, the league meetings, I almost forgot. We rejected all of this, which is fine. We're going to replace it with the lottery. I think it's time we do 10. I was going to do 9, but I feel confident doing 10 right now. I don't care if you reject it. We're going to approve it. And then I do want to add some more money into the league. I feel like we can do that. A salary cap increase of 5. It wouldn't be a bad thing. It would help keeping good players off of teams, like, off of free agency. I'm going to wait till the Timber 88, I think, 88, 89, once we have more of the actual real teams come in. I think I'll do that increase. But I think for right now, doing the lottery picks at 10 is the only thing I really want to change going forward. So the Forest, the Denver, Kings, Spurs. Okay, that's pretty solid. Wow, the fact that the Jazz, our Magic's team, really needs all the help it can get. The Pacers at 13. They're actually getting better, I think. It's probably getting farther along. Okay, yeah. Like I said, 11 through 13 we kind of already knew, but it's going to be everything else that we have that's, So do the Spurs get 10? No, the Barons get 10. Okay, so the Spurs are moving up. What about now? Oklahoma, okay. Spurs continue to move up. Are they going to go all the way to number 1? Wow, Seattle fell all the way down. Yikes. So they swapped. That's interesting. Seattle have another pick. Now the Force, which I think was supposed to be number 1, gets 6. That's actually kind of upsetting for them. Seattle's still moving up somehow. Cleveland gets 5. There's no way. The Bullets get 4. Is this like a glitch? Because I don't... If they go to number 1, I'm going to lose it. The Mavericks are 3. Okay. I think they're about to go number 1. There's no way. The Jazz with Magic Johnson go number 1. 3 Western Conference teams have the 1 through 3 pick. That's wild. Okay. I said NBA draft. Free agency for some reason is super weird in this, where I can't really see the things I want to see. But what I said, we're going to do the first 10 as if that was the most important out of this draft. David Robinson and Magic Johnson is just a damn cheat code. This was rigged. 2K, you rigged this. There's no way in Oblivion no. I refuse to believe. Scottie Pippen to the Suns. I actually like that draft pick. I do. The Mavericks with I don't know who the hell you are. Don't know who you are either. Reggie Lewis. Hey, going to the Cavs. Okay. Who's next? Reggie Miller. Okay. Oh, Reggie Miller. Wow. Well, that's interesting. I just clicked yes. I didn't even know what. The 87th first overall pick, and Nate Archibald. Damn, he's getting traded again for Reggie Miller and wow, that's just disrespectful. Why are they doing my boy Nate Archibald so dirty? Derek McKee going to was that really worth it? Really, Pittsburgh? Horace Grant goes to the Supersonics. That's huge for Seattle. They need something big. Kevin Johnson, my guy, goes to... Why is there such a glitch there? He's going to be going to the Thunder. And last but not least, Joe Wolf. Yep, that's what I figured. A bunch of bums after that. Yeah, honestly, David Robinson going there is just wild. Scotty, that is not fair. That's not fair. The Thunder, I think, really needed a point guard. So that's kind of on point. Kenny Smith goes to the Bucks. Kenny the Jets. Muggsy to the Surf. And I think that Saranis to the Lakers, but it's kind of really it for noticeable people in that draft. Moratorium. Do teams even have the money? That's the real question. That's what I'm saying. So we're seeing so many teams that just don't have the money. I'm like, oh God, I can't help this. But this is a great free agency pool. Like James Worthy, George Gervin, Fat Lever, Derek Harper, Byron Scott, World Be Free. This is a really great pool of free agency. A lot of great talent. So it's gonna be interesting to kind of see what happens there. A lot of guys already have contracts. A lot of players. Wow. That's going to be interesting to see what happens when this league gets shaken up. And folks, we're going to be heading to year 5. Here we go. Year 5, the awards here. MVP goes to Charles Barkley, who had a hell of a stat line, honestly. The Rookie of the Year, of course, was going to go to David Robinson, especially with the point guard he had. Sixth Man of the Year is going to go to Jerome Kersey. Len Bias, the Defensive Player of the Year, and it's hard to argue. 11.3 rebounds, 1.3 steals, and 2.7 blocks as a small forward. Pretty impressive. And most improved to be Arvydas Sabonis. I don't know why that's glitched. I apologize. But Doug Moe, Coach of the Year, he should be at 68 and 14. That is beyond me. And then Executive of the Year, also for Denver, Alan Bridges. It's kind of hard to argue when you're probably the best team in the league. That is nuts. But Magic, Michael, Charles, Len, can't argue with that. Again, sounds about right. Yeah. Yep, can't argue with any of that. Like award-wise, I cannot argue with any of that. I do want to check the stats real quickly so I can show you who's got the most points. Dominique, Dantley, McGuire, and then rebounds, Malone, Barkley, and Olajuwon assist. Stockton was number 1, Thomas and Johnson, Magic. Jordan F. Lever and Robinson led the way in steals. Olajuwon, Bias, and Hot Rod did that in blocks. Pretty solid there. I do want to check out the standings. All right, so this was actually a pretty close year for number 1, but the Chicago Bulls, after having that rough year, are the best team in the East, barely. A lot of teams in the East are really good. Wow. Okay, it's like the mood's shifted between the Western Conference being competitive and now the Eastern Conferences. But the Bulls 58-24. Next to them is the expansion team, Baltimore Barons 57-25. Same with the Hawks. Philly, Jordan's team 52-30. The Nets and Knicks. Wow, 51-31. That's 5-6. Larry Bird's Pistons make the play-in at 48-34. The Brawlers back into the playoffs, 42-40. Same thing with the Pacers for the first time. I think they've made the playoffs for the first time in general. And then the Celtics, who somehow fell apart again, are now 29-53. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Washington, and Milwaukee 15-67. Jesus Lord. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened here. I really don't. But for the Western Conference, Denver, holy hell, 68-14, and then there's everybody else. Vancouver 55-27, the former defending champions or the current defending champions. Seattle 53-29, the Surf 52-30, their best season yet. Portland 50-32, Houston, Sacramento, the Lakers, and Dallas, as well as Golden State make the play-in. Sorry, Houston makes the playoffs 47-35, but the rest make the play-in. I think this is Sacramento's first time making the play-in. Magic, again, somehow is eclipsed of the playoffs. I don't know how when you have David Robinson. The Suns not here. Oklahoma getting better over time. 12-70 and then 10-72. What is happening here? What in good Lord's name? All right, so the Lakers get the 7th seed. Sacramento gets the 8th seed. I know they're pissed because now they got to deal with Denver. Welcome back to the playoffs. Meanwhile, Larry Bird getting his rightful 7th seed and the Bronx getting their actual 8th seed. Oh, gosh, the expansion teams are in for a rough one this year, huh? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4 expansion teams made the playoffs. Want to put that out there. We'll simulate the round. Whoa. Right, let's see, what are the upsets? Okay. Whoa, holy shit, upset alert. The Brawlers upset the Chicago Bulls, who were the best team in the East, and they were the 8th seed. Wow. The Brawlers knock out the number 1 seed in the East. That is huge. And then the Nets knock out Jordan. The Nets knocked out Jordan. So Jordan and the Bulls no longer in the playoffs getting upset. That is freaking wild. Okay, we've gotten into, whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, okay, there's just the entire Eastern Conference was upset city. So New York upset Atlanta, and then Bird, well, I can't really call him when you beat Larry Bird. I can't really call it an upset. So maybe not Larry Bird, but they did beat the number 2 team in the nation in the Eastern Conference, which is pretty impressive. Portland beat the Surfs. That's not really, they're pretty even there. That was the only like ooh. So yeah, the what literally 5 and 8 versus 6 and 7. 1, 2, 3, and 4 have all been knocked out of the Eastern Conference before like the semifinals. That is wild. So yeah, simulate 3 games, simulate the round. So we're guaranteed new NBA champions. Portland upsets Denver, who had the best record in the league. Again, Denver right now is looking like the biggest disappointment to this series. Wow. And then, meanwhile, Seattle upsets the defending champions, and now they're going on. Okay, this is wild. 3 versus 5, 5 versus 7. One of the more interesting NBA finals we have had so far in this series, in this episode. Wow, Seattle then choked to Portland, who pulled off the upset. Portland's in there, and now they've got to go against Larry Bird. So it is who's on Portland again? Mark Aguirre versus Larry Bird. This is interesting because this is a whole different vibe to this playoff, which is pretty cool. Bird in the finals for the first time in this series. Larry Bird wants to win a ring so bad. Can he get the job done? That is the real question, as he is taking it to the Trailblazers with ease. That wasn't even a challenge. That was Larry Bird just like, you're not winning this. I have to win one. Oh, no, Portland's seemingly trying to hold on for dear life to their lead. This is actually going to be a pretty close call, isn't it? It was a close call. Wait a minute. Oh, no, never mind. Yep, so Portland scaves alive with one of their wins, with one home win. Now they're going to Portland. To Detroit. Let's see how they handle the road. And the Pistons, well, they were kicking butt, and now that's changed. And I skimmed too fast there, darn it. But, wait, we're going to overtime? Hold on. This went into overtime? Wow, nothing happened. So that went to overtime, but Portland wins. I really actually should have wanted to watch someone, but I thought I put it to fast, not fastest. So I've got to be careful when I do that. We have a close one. No, we don't. Portland goes up 3-1. They win both games on the road. I think that overtime loss really rattled the confidence here of the Pistons. They're down 3-1. Still a possibility here. It's now win or go home for them the entire time. Meanwhile, for Portland, they're back at home. They want to close this one out now. And this one won't even be close. Yeah. Portland wins 4-1. Larry Bird so close, but yet so far from winning an NBA championship. The Portland Trailblazers beat the Surf. We'll go through the rep, but Mark Aguirre rightfully so winning the NBA Finals here. But this is a wild ride, right? Portland beats the Surf, then has to go against the best team in the league, beats them, then goes against the third best team in the league, beats them, then goes against the Pistons and beats Larry Bird. Meanwhile, Bird, the Eastern Conference, this was a wild set here. Seriously. 3-2, 3-2, 3-0 as well. 3-1. A wild set in the Eastern Conference that just changed everything. Nate Archibald retires. Mickey Johnson, you've got some more to give. Dr. J, you're 38, but you're an 81 overall. You can go for another season. I believe in you. You can go. You can go, Bob. It's okay. David Thompson, I feel like you've got one more year, man. Bill, the same thing, but I'm going to let these two go. Michael Ray Richardson retires. How many people retire? Were they all good? No, not really. Okay, never mind. Hall of Fame inductees. Wow, no one. It's kind of rude. Jersey retirements. Nate Archibald gets his jersey retired. Hey, love you, Nate. Expansion team adds the Miami Heat and the Charlotte Hornets, which is huge. More teams coming in. That's why I kind of said intrigued to see more so. Now we have 31 teams. What kind of happens to the finances? I still think I want to add an extra $5 million. I'm a bit skeptical of wanting to hold out and wait to see. Yeah, I'm glad we approved that. And we're also going to replace the lottery. We're at 10 now. We're going to go to 11. You don't like it, but we're approving it anyway. I don't care what you want. All right, this is... wait, hold on. Sacramento doesn't need to be here. And we should be able to leave it like that because Portland, Utah. This is actually how it should be, realistically speaking. This is perfect because the teams are here. The Grizzlies are the only one missing. The Bronx, Pittsburgh, and Baltimore. This is actually how it should be. This is perfect because the Bolts. Okay, so the alignment's perfectly fine. Your league is not. Would you like to realign and advance? No. So if I've got to put a team over there, Okay, see Dallas. The closest thing to them is gonna be Utah. So Utah's gonna have to come down. Phoenix will have to go up here. And then Utah's going to have to go down to the southwest. Yeah, to make it fair. This is all, the Pacific is all LA. I'm obviously going to keep those teams there. So Jazz have to be over here for the realignment, and then Phoenix will have to go up one. So that's fine. I mean, that's how the league will be for a little bit, which isn't terrible. All right, obviously we know the Pacers because we have the top 11 picks as, you know. So Pacers, Jazz. The Hornets, okay. So the Hornets being the expansion teams get that 13th. And then Miami gets 12th, so that was kind of forced there. So we have the 11 now for the expansion. Denver, Oklahoma. Okay, Denver just keeps on moving up. Phoenix, okay. David Stern. What are you doing, David? How is it that they're conveniently just waltzing up to like a top 5 pick? What is happening here? They have a 2.5% chance. Oh my God, the Force go back-to-back with 7 and 6. Wow, they got low. Well, I mean, this is kind of a meh draft, so it doesn't really matter. Dallas, okay. Are they really moving up to number 1? Do we really want to give them the 4th pick in the draft? Jesus. Yeah, Milwaukee's going to need that. I don't think Kareem retired, now that I think about it. I don't think he actually retired. The Bullets go number 2. Fine. Okay, they move up. And Seattle's got to be number 1, unless they traded that pick. Nope, Seattle stays number 1. All right. A lot of trades via other teams here, my goodness. It's funny is looking at how many teams actually like just Meh, makes so much sense. We're actually going to head to the expansion draft. So that's going to be fun. Time. Oh, goodness, I forgot to simulate this, but I'm kind of curious to see what kind of happens with all of these teams. Well, 2 of them, actually. Gene Banks, Phil Hubbard, Tree getting passed around more than freaking I can realize. You know what? Not much of substance here. These teams are going to be absolutely awful. If that... Yikes. Okay. Yeah, and this is not a great draft for these teams to be in. Oh, it sucks. Mitch Richmond, rightfully so, should have been number 1. And he goes to Seattle. Ah, what are the odds? Literally. Ronnie Sekili will be good for the Bullets. Rick Smith said we're only going to do the first, 5 picks because these guys are going to be kind of forgettable. Not forgettable, that's rude, but it's just not a strong draft, honestly, and there's no way we can make up for that. I said 5 and we're going to 10. Mm-hmm. Wait, but there's a... Wow. Gene Bakes, Luke Selton, the Heat receive. Why would they do this? For what purpose? What are the odds that Dan Majerle goes back to the Heat like he did in real life? All right, but we're gonna sim to the end here. I guess that's why I had that feeling, But Danny Manning has said, and Mitch Richmond will be the best out of this. Sekila would do well. Smith will do all right. Strickland's gonna take some time to develop. Stark should do well on the force. Michael, yeah, it's not really much to tote. Okay, Harvey. Never mind, not Horace Harvey. Oh, there goes Hershey, but yeah, this is it's underwhelming right now. They'll do better over time, and just the actual draft, you go, okay, this isn't going to be great. Literally. Wow, Hakeem is on free agency. He's got 3 offers. Who are his offers? How do I detailed view? Whoops, no. I want to view offers. The Lakers still want him, and that's his main goal, and then the Surf still want him too. Charles has got 5, but he wants down the Nuggets, the Pacers. The Jazz offer doesn't do it for him. Stockton's got 5 as well. This is a deep class like last year's, and I forgot to add $5 million. Well, that's going to be interesting. Folks, we're going to head to year 6. For a little while, just because it just takes up a lot of time, and we really don't need to see them every year. I may just glance over them at the beginning for rookies, but I'll debate that. However, the Kia MVP in year 6 is going to be none other than Magic. So Bird and Magic actually went back to back right there. Bird first, Magic second, but it's about time. Ronnie Sekili wins Kia Rookie of the Year. The 6th man of the year is be Kenny Walker, my guy. Defensive Player of the Year, not to the surprise of anyone. Hakeem, finally. Keith Wright, most improved. The Kia Coach of the Year is going to be Ruben Carson at 64 and 18. Wow. And naturally, the Executive of the Year, Dale Stanley, not Dan. Thunder Dan. Alrighty, let's see. All NBA team. Again, I don't think any of us can truly complain about this. Can't complain here. Quentin Daly, the guy who's just been relevant. I don't know how. Reggie, he looks like a serial killer. Wow. But John Stockton, Dominique Wilkins, I almost call him Daryl Dawkins, Jesus. Mark Aguirre and Brad Daugherty get all NBA 3rd team, which is pretty fair. All defensive, again, not a surprise in any of this, literally. Rookies, yeah, again, sounds about right. Now, let's go to the standings. I'm kind of curious. See how teams played out in the Eastern Conference. Larry Bird's Pistons, the best team in the East. That's actually really surprising. Meanwhile, the Nets 2nd, Hawks 3rd, Knicks 4th. Jordan's 76ers are 5th. That's relatively surprising. The Celtics are kind of back in here. Pittsburgh, I think it's our first time seeing them the play-in. The Brawlers do it, and the Barons. Wow, so all 3 Eastern Conference expansion teams that we had originally have made it. Meanwhile, Washington, Cleveland, Chicago, whatever, the fall from grace for them did terrible. Charlotte MM actually did pretty decent here. The Pacers did decent as well, but wow. Okay, this is going to be an interesting Eastern Conference. for sure. Let's go on to the Western Conference here. The Vancouver Ravens were, I think, the champions last year. They 64-18. The Lakers are right there with them at 63-19. The Olajuwon-led Lakers are right up there with the Ravens. Meanwhile, the Magic's Jazz, 51-31. Denver 50. Denver, I hate this team. They have royally messed this up so bad this playthrough, and I don't know what's happening with them. But Portland, Sacramento, Seattle makes the play-in, Dallas makes the play-in, Surf make the play-in as well as the Thunder. Great for them. Meanwhile, everyone else here kind of folds. All right. Let's see. Is there any major change? Last season we had 1. Will that be the saying here? All right, so Dallas goes to 7, Seattle goes to 8, so nothing new here at all. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh goes to 1. Pittsburgh goes to 7, or they stay 7. Milwaukee then actually the 10th seed, the Barons at the 10th seed beats Milwaukee. So Milwaukee was 8 going into this, no longer in the playoffs. That's embarrassing. Who is actually leading them? Kenny Walker? Is this what you guys really... Kenny Walker and Dale Ellis leading this team to victory. Well, you look at that. That's something I never thought I'd say. Let's see. We'll go through the round here. We're having any shocks. Denver. God, you guys are embarrassing. All right, so Magic once again bounces out after having the 3rd best record in the East. It's kind of an upset to see Sacramento knocking out Magic. I don't think any of us are really surprised to see Portland do what they do. Like, if you look at the can we see the league history here? If you go to Portland. Sorry, Portland was the defending champions, and they beat Bird the last time. So we might be in for a rematch of that. Well, shoot. So they've got to go against Vancouver though. LA looking pretty solid. And over here, any shockers? Not really. Jordan beat the Knicks, which isn't surprising. Atlanta barely survived Boston, and New Jersey did what they had to do against Pittsburgh. All right. Somebody through the round here. But Jordan versus Bird is going to be the thing we have to highlight the entire time. A lot just happened there. Okay, so the number 1 seeds are gone. The defending champion Portland Trailblazers knock out the Ravens, the champions of the year prior. Meanwhile, LA is looking pretty solid here. And we might be looking at the Olajuwon versus Jordan finals if this goes the way I think it is. We're going to simulate the round here. Is Jordan going to do the thing? And no! Wow! Jordan and Olajuwon both bounce out in their respective conference finals, which means we're getting the Hawks versus Trailblazers. Trailblazers back in the finals for the 2nd year in a row. All right, this is pretty good. I like this. Changing things up here. Atlanta, obviously, I feel like are the underdogs. They have to be because Portland, they've already won a finals last year. We were getting a very back and forth game. Yeah, no. Trailblazers went on the road. Let's see. Can Atlanta win a game at home? So we got a back and forth battle here. Atlanta hanging on for dear life, though. Finally starting to get some separation that they desperately needed, and they're going to get the job done. They're going to split it 1 apiece. We're going to Game 3, heading to Portland for the next 2. And Portland obviously pretty strong at home. Can Atlanta win one here as they have momentum? No, they actually might be able to do this. They're going to do this with ease. Atlanta wins it on the road. So it looks like we actually might be seeing a split here if Portland wins. Portland's actually kind of struggling to keep up, it looks like. Atlanta literally taking a massive lead here. Holy heck. Wow. Okay. Atlanta's up 3-1 to Portland. Portland's got to do something. It's win or go home for them. And Atlanta, wow, the lead that Atlanta has is nuts. Wait, no, whoa, that shrunk very fast. Portland, wait a minute. Okay. We're going to continue this because I'm curious. It's 1 minute and 14 left. I'm jumping in. I want to see how this game goes. It's a 4-point deficit. I do not want, because they're going to make me play as a team for whatever reason. Malone's at the free throw line too. But I hope Karl Malone misses here.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
With how physical Malone is, I expect him
Karl
to
Malone might be winning his first NBA Finals. The Karl Malone-led Hawks.
Petrovic is checked in for Atlanta.
Ideal outcome.
So Portland, I feel like now is a really all-around team. Mark Aguirre obviously wants to win another NBA Finals, but if I'm Portland, I think I don't want to say that the plan here is to that's their carpets in the splash, but do you go for the 3-ball? No, it's not very consistent in this era. Like, that's my biggest question. They're down by a lot. Atlanta doesn't need to force it. Well, they're going to force it anyway. That was a big mistake. However, Portland cannot afford to take too long. And they seem the offense seems to go through Derek Harper. Bill Lambier. Lambier misses, gets the rebound. Bill, you idiot, you had it.
6 seconds separating the shot.
Oh, they're wasting too much clock. Wow, that was a bad screen, but Aguirre's going to be open, but they wasted so much time getting that play going.
Simply as calm as you can.
You do not want,
He's got that mentality. Doesn't shy away from
yeah, John Long's going to hit these right with these, yeah.
Here and they could be back in it.
If there's a miss, though, Portland's got life.
It's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now, guys.
Portland can still pull this off. I want to make that very clear. It's just
they're trailing by 4.
They're going to make something happen. They're going to have to shoot the 3-ball and go for a foul and hope they can hit back-to-back. That's the only way.
A little bit of luck has to be on their side if they ought to come back.
I see them even winning this. I mean, they got Derek Harper wide open. Curry passed to Harper. He was open for what felt like a century. If Aguirre's going to take the shot, he's got to take it now. He's taking too much time. Lambier with the pass. What are they doing? Del Curry and an ugly... Yeah, it's over. Yeah, unfortunately, folks, for the Portland Trailblazers, unlike last and he missed, but unlike last year,
and he can't get the second one to drop either.
The Portland Trailblazers lose in the finals to the Atlanta Hawks. The Karl Malone-led Atlanta Hawks get the job done here tonight.
All the travel, all the practices, all the meetings, all the games, wins and losses.
I mean, much respect to them, they earned it. None of these teams were the number 1 seed. Portland came in at number 5. Atlanta came in at number 3. Well done to them. Why is it like twisting? Okay. I was like, why can I not get rid of my stuff here? That's so annoying. And I guess we're going to see this extended long version for whatever reason. So congrats to the Hawks, for real. Well done on them. And Carmel, and of course, the MVP. What is his rating? A 93. So he's been in for quite a while. Carmel finally winning that big NBA championship. All right, anything for player retirements? Kareem retires. No. I mean, he technically went to 4-2, which is pretty cool. Jamal Wilkes, you can retire. Mickey, can I force you to... No, already. You can go. Dr. J, I think you have another year in you, man. I see it for you. Oh, I already have. Never mind. Artist, I'm pretty sure I probably forced one for you, too. You guys can go. No one really cares about you guys kind of exist. Well, Norm, you have another year left in you. Robert, you can go. No one cares about you. Michael Thompson, you're not allowed to leave yet. I know you got another year in you as well. Brian Winters, he's calling it here. Dan Roundfield is also calling it, and that's fine. Trying to make sure I kind of get everyone. All right, yeah, that's fine. We definitely kind of kept some people in. Kareem and Dr. J getting retired. I love that for them. That's awesome, man. So Abdul-Jabbar for the Lakers and then for the Bucks. That's right. He did used to play there too. So he went back to his old. That's pretty cool, honestly. Historic changes, expansion. Love that. Beautiful. League meetings. That's fine. Oh no. Oh, I forgot to add. I keep forgetting to add the finances. Damn it. I think we still have the 11. So that's the one thing I do mention. We still have 11, the top 11 in the lottery, which is important. And the surf again. We already know. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna skip the letters. Just let me see who's number 1 here. All right, the Bullets. Charlotte gets number 2. Cavs get number 3. Rockets get 4. Thunder get 5. Clippers get 6. Bullets are 7. So Bullets are 1 and 7, which is wild. The Heat are 8. Suns are 9. Thunder 10. The Bucks are 11. Wow. Okay. And the Timberwolves and Magic at the 12 and 13 spots. Pretty good for them. I'm trying to see how many trades have actually happened, whether these picks are just all over the place. The Thunder get 5 and 10. A lot of these teams will do a lot better and we're going to get done. We're going to start with this expansion draft here. So here we go. Notable things here. Thurl Bailey goes to the Timberwolves. Otis Thorpe heads to the Magic. Meanwhile, I feel like everyone else, really no one of note. Maybe like Kenny Carr, but yeah, it's no one really of note for those teams. So sorry to them. NBA draft time, the more important one. Let's see who is the Gary Payton. This was the Gary Payton draft. Oh, I completely forgot to show that, didn't I? Yeah, so the Gary Payton draft, this draft class to me is stacked from like 1 to 15. Yeah, Gary Payton, Sean Kemp go 1 and 2. Not a surprise there. Cleveland getting Vlade Divac, which is another big pick for them. That's a pretty good center. Derek Coleman to Houston. Yeah, this is a loaded draft class. Sean Elliott, that guy, I remember him. The Clippers are gonna get rid of they're gonna receive Darnell Valentine and S. Williams for the. Wow, why would they do that? The Heat's getting up a lot. So who are they drafting that they're gonna do this? You're a bunch of idiots, Miami. Well, I guess they have the 8th pick. They passed up on Glenn Rice like idiots. Wow. Wow, the Heat just got played for fools. The Heat just got played for absolute fools, and they passed up on Dennis Scott. What a bunch of idiots this draft. The Heat have become the new Nuggets. Phoenix going to give up R. Foster and Jay. Oh, they're going to receive that for the first. Okay. Phoenix said, we have no problem getting better. Kendall Gill goes to the Rockets. Okay. I told you guys this draft. Okay, I have no idea who that is. Tim Hardaway is here. Not surprised they're going to the Bucks, which is huge. They just lost Kareem, so they definitely need a new star. Minnesota drafting Muhammad Abdul-Rauf. Big pick there. Let's see what Orlando, the new expansion team, drafts. They're going to... Oh, these teams are stupid. Oh, maybe not. They probably dodged the ball. I don't even know who Doug West is. Blue Edwards. Okay, we got one more pick. I'm gonna say, okay, yeah, we're done. We're done. I don't know what's going on, but no. So the first couple picks, I knew this was a stacked draft class going to the top 10, and yeah, I mean, as you can see, Tony Kukoc is in here, B.J. Armstrong. There's a lot of really solid guys, even late into this thing, that it was gonna be worth it. But there you go. NBA drafts as we head into. Ooh, almost forgot. I'm wondering who's on free agency. The NBA champion is on. The NBA MVP is on. Okay, he has interest from the Hawks. Okay, good. Chris Mullin, you're probably going back to the Nets, I want to say. Oh, you're trying to leave Sacramento. Joe Dumars has 9 contract offers. Oh, he's going to the Lakers. If he goes to the Lakers, I don't see anyone beating the Lakers for a while. Eddie Johnson, my guy, has no offers. Wow, a lot of guys don't have good offers. How is George Gervin not getting an offer? AC Green, that's wild. The disrespect is off the charts, for real. But Spud Webb's got an offer, and Bill's got 5. Holy hell, Bill, you are a commodity that's wanted. You're probably going to the 76ers. I could see that. Well, that's going to be interesting to see kind of where those guys get placed as we head into year 7. Here we go. Carmelo wins the key MVP. Sean Kemp, Rookie of the Year for the Hornets. Scott Skiles, the guy for the Bullets, 6th Man of the Year. Hakeem Olajuwon, Defensive Player of the Year, which is not surprising again. Most Improved is Xavier McDaniel from the Magic. And whoops, the Kia Coach of the Year is going to be Shane Levins at 65 and 17. Well, hello there. And then Cole O'Gallagher Jr., Kia Executive of the Year for the Boston Celtics, who have a 57 and 25 record. Jesus. Winston Garland. Whoa. Okay, that's interesting. David Robinson, he's finally around again. Great to see him. I feel like he fell off at one point. He was just non-existent. I remember hyping him up, how him and Magic were going to do great, and they just haven't done that at all. Literally. Have not. This guy's so creepy. Brad Daugherty's around. Welcome, Brad. He's done nothing for 4 years either. A lot of guys, I'm just like, wow, you haven't been helpful. Again, not surprised by this, not surprised by that. Rookie team sounds about right. So I did realize one glaring issue after year 6. The draft that I used was a mix of the best players, like the actual real players from the 89 and 90s draft. So that's why when I realized that, I realized, oh crap, I put myself into a hole. So I had to go back to we kind of messing up the canonical in this here, but to make up for it, these guys are going to be entered in. So the 65 draft class of the NBA is going to be entered in to help alleviate that. I know it kind of ruins the vibe a little bit, but I needed to do something in order to kind of help that situation out. So yeah, just letting you know that. As for the standings here, in the Eastern Conference, Boston back on top, the inaugural champions when we start off the series. Atlanta's doing their thing. The defending champs, the Jordan-led 76ers, are tied with Larry Bird's Pistons, actually, for third and fourth. The Brawlers doing a pretty good job, and the Barons avoid a play-in. Meanwhile, the Eastern Conference looks to have gotten a lot better for the most part, I want to say. Oh, Chicago's not even in that. Wow. But the Knicks are 47-35, and they made the play-in. Pittsburgh 45-37. They also made the play-in. Milwaukee 42-40, and the Nets 41-41. Meanwhile, in the Western Conference, it's basically the San Diego Surf and everybody else. Surf 65-17. Next is the Trailblazers 53-29. The Magic led Jazz with Dave Robinson 51-31. Seattle 50-32. Denver, your disappointment. Sacramento 45-37. The Ravens with a play-in spot at 45-37. Lakers also in the play-in 44-38. Mavericks 43-39, and the Warriors 40-42. Meanwhile, Oklahoma came close. Minnesota for their first didn't do too bad. Phoenix and San Antonio are just a mess. Same thing with Houston, and the Clippers somehow did worse than the Bullets. Well, you can't make that up, huh? Wow. All right, let's get this thing. Are we in for any shockers so far? I think we only had 2? But we're about to find that out. And so, wow. Okay, so we finally have a shocker in the Western Conference. I think it's our second one actually for them. Vancouver keeps their 7th seed. Lakers will then try to fight to hang on to the playoffs. And the worst team to do it, the Golden State Warriors, now will face the Surf, knocking out the Lakers. That's depressing. However, over here, the Knicks and the Bucks. Oh, wait. Wow. Wait. The Knicks get the 7th seed. They hang on to it. But the Bucks, who are the 9th seed, knock out Pittsburgh, who were originally the 7th. So Milwaukee gets the 8th seed against Boston. And New York keeps their 7th against Atlanta, the defending champions. Going to simulate the round. Let's see what happens here. I like to skip all this. So let's see. Any upsets? Denver? I wouldn't say. Well, Denver. Denver's finally done something. It only took them, 7 years? You disappointments, but you've actually blank freaking Seattle. And then the runners-up in last year's NBA Finals, the Portland Trailblazers, actually get defeated by the former champions, the Vancouver Ravens, ranked number 7. So that technically would be an upset when you honestly think about it. Meanwhile, over here, I wouldn't say the Bronx defeating. Oh, that's always kind of an upset when you think about it. And no other upsets of yet. So we're going to skip this round. And are we in for any shockers? So the Surf have been eliminated by Denver. This might be Denver's year. All the stupid trades, bad draft picks. The Denver Nuggets may be moving an inch closer to the NBA Finals. And so the Western Conference was upset city clearly because Denver defeated the #1 ranked Surf. The Vancouver Ravens knock out Magic. And then on this side, wait a minute. Wow, so Boston beats the Brawl, which I'm not surprised, but the Atlanta Hawks knock out Michael Jordan. So the three-headed dragon is also once again gone from this playoff system. Whoops. Okay, can we just smooth through the round? The Atlanta Hawks, the defending champions, are gone, and the Boston Celtics. So it's going to be rank 1 versus rank number 5. Celtics versus Nuggets. They are back in the NBA Finals since the inaugural season. Can the Nuggets actually prove that they won't be too much of a disappointment, or have we really reached peak disappointment? Oh, this is actually really close. Oh, hold on. Oh, this is close. Okay. (106-103). Celtics have the ball. So if I'm the Celtics, waste the clock.
105 left in the fourth quarter. Walker in the post.
Okay, Walker's really trying to push up on him here. Is that Eddie Johnson? That is Eddie Johnson. Man, where is Big Eddie?
But the defense did just enough to throw him off.
Charles Barkley, I forgot they drafted him. I was so pissed when they had Hakeem and Jordan, and they drafted this guy. And it was no knock to Charles. But besides Charles winning an MVP, he has done nothing. Johnson, you could have pulled that, Eddie. Oh, he didn't. Oh, he sold that.
They can't expect him to miss that shot consistently.
I don't think that's Eddie Johnson at all.
Walker with it.
Looks too small. Yeah, that's not Eddie Johnson at all. Who is this imposter?
Here's the teardrop. Strickland grabs the board. Timeout called. Nuggets.
They've got to go for a three.
Here.
But these guys can't hit threes in this era, so it's kind of like scratch your ear, from that side of the neck. Like,
Well put. But they should force something up here. You have to be smart.
if someone hits the dagger, I don't know who's gonna hit this shot. Maybe
I think they'll be looking to tie it up with a
oh, they've got Joe Dumars. No, go behind, Joe.
So their focus
No.
will be on the perimeter as well.
Also, they foul
God,
intentionally.
sucks.
Well, he had to stop
It's
the
such
clock,
a
so
disappointment.
that's the best thing he could have done there.
Yep, can't just let the other team drain the clock when it's close like this.
He hits the first one.
Yeah, I mean, it's over either way you want to look at it. They've won, clearly. Denver, you guys just know how to disappoint people. That was game 1. And they were doing kind of decent, and then they just messed it up, and they Denvered it. That's what they did. No, they're kind of making a comeback here. Again, another close game. Whoops, I do not want to play that. It's so annoying to have to do this every single time. Williams hurt for Boston too, but Denver again down by 4.
We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
This is game 2 now. It's in Boston. Boston again with the lead. And about Boston around
Over
the
in
clock.
corner, Matthews. Outside Williams.
Yeah, you may want to get that away from Buck Williams. He's hurt. Don't let him, put any more pressure on than he already has.
6 on the shot clock. English. And the
Wow.
jam by English.
Not a big deal there for English. Doesn't even feel.
We're going to see what Denver does on this drive. I think that was kind of the emphatic period of getting the sense for game 2.
Come to those who take good shots.
That one's
Okay,
in
he
there.
scored.
Boston
Okay, so it's a
leads
4-point.
right down
It's
to
a
4
4-point
points
lead.
in the bucket from Dumars.
Well, Dumars has no problem stepping up for his team. He's always ready to drop a shot.
And an intentional foul right there.
And they're starting to foul, which means if Buck hits this,
He
oh
doesn't
my
make
God,
the
that was
first, and that
terrible.
was the one they really want. He's got one
God,
more,
Buck
though.
is dying. He's
Both
like,
teams will
"Ooh."
make substitutions. That's good. Going 1 or 2 from the line, and that puts them up
5-point lead. I don't want to say that it's over for Denver, but it's the fat lady is singing, if you know what I mean.
And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David
Going
Aldridge.
down 2-0 close games though is not the worst takeaway. Like there's some positive for Denver that they kept this close. Wow, that should technically be an infraction right there. He was way behind the line. He stepped back on that logo past the midpoint.
On the wing, Dumars.
They've got to start taking a shot, Davis. If you don't hit that, okay.
What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
In the big moments, it's all about maintaining focus and energy.
That may have been a mistake. If I'm Boston, I want Alex English to be the guy to take that shot. At least at the free throw line.
Good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And a tough break.
4-point cushion. This is like, if they can score fast here, they may be able to tie this. But they can't just wait for something. They've got to make it happen. Oh, God. Why are they? There you go. Rolando Blackman, he's wide open. Oh, he breaks us over. Well, hold on. Maybe not. Maybe not. Alex, if he hits these two, we're done.
For the rest of this one, but the game seems out of reach anyway.
Crowd chanting MVP. Yep. Okay. So the game 2 is officially over. It's going to Boston, clearly. Listen to this next game through Simcast. Game 3 said Boston right now leads 2-0. They've really got to figure out. Denver's got to figure out something because they have been struggling. And wow, okay, it's 0-3. Boston, if they win again, they're going to win in Denver. Denver's got to. I apologize if you're a Denver Nuggets fan and you've watched this part because this is the most painful thing I've ever had to witness. Like, I feel your pain. Yeah, Boston sweeps the Nuggets with ease. Boston, your champions. And Alex English, of course, getting MVP. I don't think that was a debate for anybody. Player retirements will be free. You're not allowed to retire just yet. George, you've got another year in you. I don't want to hear anything. Johnny, you've done it. You've given. Dennis, you can also come back for a year. Kenny Carr, I think you have a broken vertebrae. I don't go retire. It's okay. You have been in enough pain for enough time. I understand. Yeah, I think that is all for that. Hall of Fame inductions. Nobody, really? Jersey retirements? No one. Historic changes, rule change, weighted lottery with lowest odds. Shut up. I'm tired of your rule changes. More changes in the brand. Love that. League meetings. I do want to increase the salary cap just a little bit, mainly because no one's been able to keep a good salary. So we're going to increase it by $5 million. And of course, yeah, everybody approves. Oh, more money? Yeah, I wonder why. We're going to skip the live results. It's easy to just kind of see where it is from here. The Bullets, Rockets, Hornets, Clippers, Bulls, Pacers, Lakers, Cavs, Thunder. Okay, this actually isn't too bad. We did the first 11. I am going to bring it back to the 13 next year, when we get into the 90s. Before 91 basically is when we're going to do that, or I guess after, in the middle of the season. You guys get what I'm trying to say. So this is what the list is looking like, and honestly, no doubles. I don't see anyone have one the first or third pick and then have the seventh. So it's nice. It's a nice change in pace, honestly. I am curious to see what's this 1965 draft. I'm so sorry, guys. I feel like I really butchered this part, but yeah, Rick Barry goes number 1, Billy Cunningham number 2, Bob Love number 3. Wow, Jerry Sloan to the Clippers. Gail Gertz to the Bulls. I think the first 8 picks are kind of where this thing dies out. We have a trade. Wow, they gave up 2 first-round picks for George. Oh, they're so stupid. Why would they do that? Oh my God. We have a trade, don't we? Oh Lord, what is happening here? All right, yeah, there is not much to this draft. I had that feeling. But at least we're kind of back to normal, so I don't have to worry about anything crazy happening. Again, this is what this draft was meant to be. Not much, literally. And I do apologize about that, kind of having that weird draft there because we combined the two best. So every 89 and 90 were together. This is horrible. Wait, no, this is great. Ron Harper, Mark Price, Len Bias. He should have 8 offers. There is no way the Surf can't afford to let him go. That is the to me personally, Len Bias. If you look at his stats, can we see his stats real quick? Not his contracts, but I mean, he's an all-star. This guy's been killing it, right? And has he not been an MVP? That's wild. I actually don't know how the hell that's possible. But his career stats, this dude has been killing it for the San Diego Surf. They can't afford to let him go. Terry Cummings, people need to jump on that. Why he has no offers is criminal. There are a lot of guys looking at this that I'm like, how is this possible? Buck Williams doing something. Where's Cliff? Cliff is looking pretty good here too. There's a lot of talented guys. I can see why no one's made an offer to Jack Sigma, unfortunately for him. But this is going to be a really interesting. This is an in-depth free agency here, and I am. Oh, whoops! Whoa, Brad Daugherty's a Celtic now. Wowzers. Okay, did not expect that. So, folks, we're going to head into year 8 for the final year of this episode. I wanted to make sure we start from like 91 to then 2001 and like kind of go from there. So that way it's kind of like just fair. So, yeah, year 8, here we go. Year 8, the final year we're going to do in this part of this episode. Hakeem Olajuwon wins MVP. It's about time. Billy Cunningham, Rookie of the Year. John Williams, Sixth Man of the Year. David Robinson, Defensive Player of the Year. And Gary Payton, the Most Improved Player of the Year. Love to see that for him. Troy Chandler of the Knicks, actually with 57-25 record, as Coach of the Year. The Knicks actually have a good record for once. And then the Boston Celtics, the champions from last year. Cole O'Gallagher Jr., once again, the Executive of the Year. Jordan, Stockton, Malone, Bias, and Olajuwon. Sounds about right, honestly. Magic. Wow. Whoa. Where's Larry Bird? Larry Bird is nowhere to be found on here. And anything? This is terrible. Oh, hell no. Wait, no, I'm concerned. Oh, no. Well, we're in the Western Conference. We're going to have to look at this first. But, whoa, this was actually a pretty competitive conference. From 1 through 7, 50 wins were needed. And then 44 for there, 39 for there. So 39 was the lowest. Oklahoma and Vancouver and Minnesota. Oh, God, San Antonio needs all the help in the world they can get. But the team that wins home field advantage in almost every round to the finals will be the Seattle Supersonic at 54-28, while everyone else is still neck and neck with them. But Magic, once again, has made the playoffs. Can he win one? Something Bird and Jordan so far have not been able to do. However, the 76ers are 57-25. They're actually tied with the Knicks, but I guess the Sixers won the division, which is why they're number 1. The Pistons, Larry Bird's Pistons have made it at 3. They're tied with the Brawlers. The defending champions are number 5. That's wild. Charlotte's, they're the first of the newer expansion teams to actually have like a set-in spot at 41-41, while the Bullets, Bucks, Nets, and Force compete in the play-in. Meanwhile, everyone else, this is the most competitive this has been in the Eastern Conference. The worst team only had 30 wins. That's pretty solid, if you ask me, honestly. Trying to see, is there anything else? I did see something that caught my eye. The 76ers got rid of Isaiah Thomas for Byron Scott and Dan Majerle, and I think Isaiah Thomas is now on the Pacers, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I guess that Jordan and Thomas rift was actually real, because he's... Whoa, where did... I want to know. I am nosy, and I need to know how this happened. The Heat. Wow, Isaiah Thomas went to the Heat. There you have it, folks, right then and there. That was official. All right, let's see in the play-in who makes an upset. Who will it be? All right, Denver and Dallas keep their... Whoa, actually, Denver and Dallas swap. So Dallas gets the 7th seed, Denver gets the 8th seed now. So no new big news there. It's just a bit of a swap. And then Washington kept the 7th, and Milwaukee kept the 8th. So it's kind of that. Let's see the news. What are we in for? Alrighty, so a massive upset here. Denver beats the ranked #1 Seattle Supersonics with ease. Sacramento knocks out the Lakers, which is huge. And Dallas beats Portland. Whoa. Okay, but surprisingly, Magic has actually made it to the semifinals. That's like surprising to say for whatever reason. Boston beats the Brawlers, which I've seen that coming. Charlotte knocks out Larry Bird. That's an upset. Meanwhile, New York kind of struggled with Washington. So who makes it to the conference championships? Not suddenly through game, suddenly through round. Oh, wait a minute. The 76ers get revenge on Boston. They're now in the conference finals. Meanwhile, it's 1 versus 2 over here. Utah stops the Nuggets, not surprising. And Sacramento actually beats Dallas with ease. So it's 4 versus 6 and then 1 versus 2. Who makes it to the NBA Finals? We're about to see. Wow. Wow. So Magic and David Robinson of the Jazz sweep the Kings with ease. And meanwhile, Jordan struggles to beat the Knicks 4-3. They go to Game 7. The Jazz are fresh. We get Magic versus Jordan to end off part 1 of this series. And if the views are pretty good, I would like to do a part 2. So let's see what happens here. Magic versus Jordan. Can Jordan finally win the big one? This is a back and forth power struggle game. Both sides not being able to hold the lead for long. But the 76ers are giving it up. It looks like, I don't know here. Wait a minute. We're going in. 45 seconds left. We got a 2-point game. Why does it always do this? Actually, there's actually a new little animation there, which is pretty perfect. Love to see that.
Here is Hawkins to tie it up.
To tie, and they miss. They miss.
Not a strong finish there, resulting in a rare miss from him.
Why do these jerseys look so weird? Philadelphia.
Jordan kicks to Scott.
So Jordan, finals has eclipsed Jordan for it feels like forever, especially in the 80s. But can he finally win one? Was Isaiah Thomas the issue? Was the traction, the tension between the two what held this team back? Because Jordan with less, I would like to say, is potentially on the verge of winning an NBA Finals.
Makes the wall, and we have a 2-possession game.
And the Jazz call time here.
A lot of it's only a 4-point game.
Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And I think they're going to have to work really fast coming out of the timeout.
108-104. Let's see what Utah has in the tank.
Shot and a foul.
Johnson, the pass to Robinson.
That's good. That was okay. That was a thing of beauty. That was a thing of beauty. I know y'all seen that. Y'all had to be like, oh, yeah. Jordan's got ice in his veins. He's not missing these free throws.
Well, it was a must-foul situation. They were hoping for somebody.
Yeah, this is Michael Jordan. He's not gonna miss these free throws.
And that's a good job from the offense to get.
Oh my God, he missed.
They knew the foul was coming.
Magic, you need to score in a heartbeat. You can't. Oh, Magic for a 3. Magic for a 3. And we've got a tie game. Magic for a 3 splashes ice in the veins of Magic. Jordan may have just forced him to go to overtime. This is game 1. Wow, this crowd's really on their feet. You want to give Jordan the ball, I would double him. Jordan's going to get into the paint. Oh, that's good. That's good. That is good. 2 seconds remain. Jordan may have sealed the deal, and it is over in game 1.
So it's the 76ers.
Philly gets the job done. Big win for Jordan. They go 1-0, and what was a close one. Jordan 12-17 with 31. This team was just shooting it out really well, except for Kenny Walker. David Robinson shot like hell. Yeah, they could have shot a little bit better. They would have won that one with ease. But what a game 1. What a game 1. That was epic. 76ers now have the lead. How will Utah respond on the road? Because Utah cannot afford to not have a big spot here. Wow. And they've given up a lead that quickly. And it looks to be the 76ers are going to run away with game 2 with ease. It's 2-0. I really thought that when Magic got David Robinson, it was game over. And that's not been the case. But right now, the 76ers are not even struggling with the Jazz. If Jordan sweeps Magic 4-0, that is embarrassing. It's looking, no, I don't know. Utah's kind of answering back a little bit. Let's see. The power struggle is kind of hurting here. It's a 3-point game, though. So it's all the games here for the Jazz are going to be win or go home. They're down 3-0. They win this one, it's 3-1. Then they got to try to do the impossible, come back from a 4-0 deficit. From a 3-0 deficit. That's never, so far we haven't seen it.
There's 42 seconds left.
Wow, that was hard. What? It hit him in the face.
A finish. Count it.
Wow, bad gaming right there. Bad gaming. Bad freaking teamwork. That was ugly. And Kenneth Walker ate that off the face just to make sure his team got possession. But Magic with ease going to get it in. Kind of bailing his team out, kind of.
Irvin Johnson, an incredible performer in the clutch.
Timeout called, 76ers. And let's get your take.
Even after that horrendous, and I mean horrendous turnover that we started to kick off this game with. Magic coming in clutch. However, it wasn't enough the last time we seen it in game 1. Utah's got to figure it out. They've got to play hard here. They're not playing great defense, but they still get a miss. Maddox's the guy you want at the free throw line.
They want to extend this game. That's why they did what they did there.
Wow, Maddox is shooting horrible. Like, he's not scoring the way I thought he would.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
5-point lead. I think we're,
making this a 2-possession game.
unless Jordan or someone hits a 3, I think Utah's got this one. We're about to find out.
Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
No doubt about it. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
They do have to work quickly, but it is still possible.
Give it to Bernard, yeah, but they're just kind of waiting there.
Hawkins against King.
Well, they can't take too long. That's not going in.
They get it back.
Oh my God, the rebounding is terrible for them. But Detlef, who was on the Kenny Walker hits a massive 3 with 6 seconds left on the clock. If they foul, whoever they foul, if they miss one, this game is still in reach for Philadelphia. Unless they just get a really bad turnover, which we have seen that happen. That's how we kicked off this game. But Magic's the guy they foul. Magic hits 2, it's over.
Well, it was a must-foul situation. They were hoping for
there goes
somebody
one.
not quite so good at the line.
He hits this, folks. It's game. He misses.
They knew the foul was coming and got it to their shooter.
Can he hit it? No way. The Utah Jazz win game 4. It's now 3-1. It's win or go home for Utah the rest of the way. Can they do the impossible and come back from a 3-0 deficit that we have not seen before? As it goes back to Philadelphia, it's a must-win for the remainder of the series, and Utah is getting absolutely cooked. Or they were, at least. They were. Hold on. This is actually getting back and... Oh, no. Utah's going to win this one clean. The Utah Jazz make it 3-2. It is 3-2. They go back to Utah. Can Utah really get this thing going the right way? If this is 3-3, this is not good for Jordan. However, the Jazz have not been able to really score effectively here. But we've got a very tight game again. Oh, this is going back and forth. It's 93-92, 45 seconds left. Jordan's at the free throw line, which already is not spelling good for Utah. Jordan's got 23 points, maybe 25, honestly.
Kings check in for Philadelphia. So he goes
25 points for Jordan.
And it's a 3-point game. There's 45 seconds left in the game. Here's Theus, defended by Scott.
He's going to take a bad shot. I feel it. Yep. Oh, no, but he gets the foul, though. He gets the foul, though. He was looking for the and one, but still gets the foul. Robinson has to hit both of these.
Seems like David Robinson is a
oh, that's an ugly shot.
Success. At 7'1", he's got terrific size.
Okay, but he knocks both in the most ugly way I've seen. You really don't want Jordan at the free throw line. You definitely want... Oh, why did they do that, you idiots? Oh, my Lord. What are they doing? No one's guarding. Oh, my God. That was the dumbest shit I've ever seen. What the fuck were they thinking? What was that? That was a complete collapse.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. That's the latest, David.
The guys during the last break, I listened to Utah's coach.
So where is
address his
Magic?
team.
Magic's not in. That's the guy you want. I mean, you got Detlef. But unless Robinson can force a foul, I don't... Wow, that was a thing of beauty. That was a thing of beauty. You can't allow Jordan to get... Oh, my God. These guys are blowing it hard here.
Well, it was a must-foul situation. They were hoping for somebody not quite.
They need Jordan to miss and miss bad.
Good job from the offense getting into his hands. They knew the foul.
I'm not sure where's Magic in all of this, but they don't have time to wait. You're down by 2 possessions. If you're not shooting a 3, you're not confident trying to hit it, don't do it. Detlef, you are the guy who can hit that 3. Reggie Theus, out of all people, and it's over. Yeah, it's over. Michael Jordan wins his first championship, and all it took was getting rid of Isaiah Thomas. Maybe Isaiah Thomas was being petty and spiteful, but the 76ers win the championship in 1990 or 91, whatever. The NBA Finals MVP, of course, is going to be Michael Jordan. They don't do that without him. But a 4-2 series there. Player retirements: John Drew, Junior Bridgman, Gus Williams. No, you've got another year in you, Gus. I know you do. George, you've got nothing left. Wayne can go. James can go. I sometimes I drag these guys. Jerry Scheisting, you've got another year in you. Don't think you're walking away. Damn it. Steve Johnson. No, you can go, buddy. You look like you've been through a lot. Hall of Famers, anybody? George Gervin. Hey, George. We love you, George. Good job in the retirement. George Gervin by San Antonio. I love that for him. Historic changes. The Magic are changing that. We are going to make sure that our weighted reigning lotto picks are determined by team record. Approved, actually. We're going to approve that. That's perfect. That way it gives us some more time to go to 13. Buys me a little bit more time. The draft lottery, let's see. We haven't done one of these while, so the top 12 picks, of course, are going to be done by the lotto. We may eventually move that up to 17, but I doubt that. The most I think I would ever move it up to is 15. But even then, that's a stretch. I kind of like the number 13 having that amount. And pushing it to 12 is pretty good. So let's see here. Oklahoma. Now the lotteries have begun. Oklahoma Thunder do get number 12. The Pacers, no. The Timberwolves get 11. Pacers keep on moving this up here. The Ravens get number 10. So the Pacers are going to keep on moving up. The Clippers get 9. Okay. Talk about a fall from grace. Clippers haven't done anything. Cavs get 8. So where is, the oh wow, the Magic gets 7. Okay. When are they gonna fall? Wow, the Pacers literally this would be their 8th lottery selection. That's 8. That's basically every year they've had a lottery selection. This is year 8. That's wild. The Bullets have number 5. The Bulls are supposed to have number 4. But the Heat have number 4. Okay. So the Bulls might have the number 1 pick. Oh, they get number 3. The Bulls are the only franchise to win back-to-back consecutively. The Barons, no. So the Hawks get number 2, and the Barons are going to have the number 1 pick in this draft. Wow. Good on the Barons. I feel like the trades have kind of stopped, which is pretty good. I've actually kind of enjoyed that. It's the NBA draft. Who do we got here? Larry Johnson. I completely forgot to show you guys. Can I pause this so I can show you the mock drafts real quickly? But Larry Johnson, Terrell Brandon, Kenny Anderson, Billy Owens. This was kind of this draft going to Dikembe is going to be a huge pick for whoever picks him up. But yeah, this is kind of what to expect. Rick Fox in here. John Crotty also. Not the biggest. Robert Pax here. Not the biggest set of guys in this one, to be honest. Who is that one? Dragon who? Oh my god, I can't even say that name. But yeah, it's not the greatest draft in terms of talent, but I think the first 6 picks have a pretty good standing. Oh, Dikembe went early. Chicago said, we want Dikembe. You know, he get Billy Owens. The Bullets get Steve Smith. It took forever. Pacers. I'm probably only going to go to pick 7 because, yeah, it's going to get kind of hazy. You got Terrell Brandon. Yeah, not much to kind of say there in this draft. But the star here was Larry Johnson. I think everything else was kind of meh. No offense to Kembe. Let's see the free agency class. What is happening there? David Robinson is on free agency, but he's got 7 offers. Reggie Miller's doing his thing over there. Olden Polynice. Wow, he's got 2 offers. Okay, so this is actually not a bad, class for sure, actually. I feel it's not as, well, I don't say it's not as in-depth, but it's definitely not as big as the last one. There's a lot of really solid players they can get here, though. And so we're going to move to year 9. And so in the second part of this, if it does get there, that I will do the kind of like roster overhaul every 10 years, so you guys kind of see like, hey, this is what to look forward to. So with that being said, if you guys did enjoy this, I guess 7 or 8 year run that we just did, I would like to do part 2 from 91 to 2001. Or to 2000 and see your guys' viewpoint on it, see if you guys like that. But again, I want to leave it up there in the open for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy this series or this episode. Leave a like in the comment section below if you made it this far. Subscribe to the BVTV gaming channel, and we will see you all next time, everybody. As always, stay off the hook. Peace out.